Yeah. Yeah, it's like that food trough shit. You give, goddamn, get the slaves the food in the food trough. They was not only eating it, but they was fighting over that shit. And it was the most. Have you ever seen Goodbye Uncle Tom? Anybody ever seen that?
Man, you made me watch that shit,
bro.
man.
You gotta go on YouTube and watch Goodbye Uncle Tom.
That shit is crazy,
the most
man.
Disgusting
slave movie ever.
Slave movie.
Goodbye
ever,
Uncle
boy.
Tom. Yeah, man, that shit is, man. That was
some bad shit.
Do it go over how like the motherfuckers was also savages, where like the niggas was actually eating slave too?
They didn't take it there.
Yeah, it's a book called
But
The Delectable Black or
it's
something like that.
bad,
The Delectable Negroes, where like they literally, bruh.
It's definitely.
It's always a playbook is to make us seem like we the motherfuckers that's fucked up and they the worst motherfuckers on this planet.
It's definitely bad. All right, y'all. Stay with us real quick. We about to come in.
Motherfucker
with
didn't watch
the
they self.
intro, and then we like lit. This is gonna be the best show you ever seen in your life. We'll be right back. Every time I come in the press room, you in the press room. Working on our Stars Hottronic heat press. Using all the vinyl. Making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up. I'm not your back.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
You get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
That don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops?
What's up, Smokey? I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man.
Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing. Go ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some.
Go.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Peanut, the CEO of Dash Resource, man. I got my man Stacking SMED with me, man. What's good, bro?
What's up with it, man? Hey, y'all, we going crazy on this Real Neighborhood News.
For sure.
Man. We want to say what's up to everybody that's watching, you guys. If you are on Facebook, go to our YouTube page, like, subscribe, ring the bell notification so you can get alerted every time we drop content like we dropping today.
For sure.
Want to say what's up to our sponsors, Sheiks for Breakfast. They got the best breakfast in the city. Agnes All Natural Grill for lunch. If you're ever injured, call attorney Michael Wright. TheShopArea.com is like the baby Amazon. Delivery is always free from the store to your door in 4 business days. And when you want to get lit a little bit, get you some good old Kiara wine. Contact my boy, my bro, Antoine Cunningham on Facebook, or swoop it up at More for Less. We at T-Shirt Kings, T-ShirtKings247.com. Go for your mouth in the metaverse, and go for your mouth Camera King Studios. We got the Super Summer Sale for the T-Shirt Kings. You get 50 shirts for $250. You buy them for $5, sell them for $10. So we giving out them double ups on something legal.
Hey,
I'm the only nigga in the world gives you something legal to sell. Okay. And then my bro Peanut Johnson teach you how to get a big bag of money from investing your money the right way. Sell stocks, not dope, every Sunday on the Dash Resource channel on YouTube. So like, subscribe to the Dash Resource channel. And my brother Rhoda has a YouTube channel. It's whatever.
It's whatever replies and
reaction.
It's whatever replies and reactions. Go subscribe to that too, man. We popping out shows right and left.
Yes, sir.
And that's Most Def, and that's a bar.
That's a
Coming
bar
from a
for
real
sure.
Star. And all you niggas know who I are. I go crazy on something real quick.
get it, man.
But without further ado, my brother Peanut Johnson, over to you. We got the story of your life.
So
Let's
listen,
go.
man. Here on the Legendary People podcast, man, we talk about legendary people and legendary stories.
Sure.
And this right here is one of those ones, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have a story this dope, you know what I'm saying? Like we actually are are doing 2 shows at once today. You know what I'm saying? We doing the Legend of People podcast and the Real Neighborhood News, man. We got my man RB, aka Rob Mackey, in the building, man. How you doing, King?
What's up with my bro?
What's up,
Bless,
Rob?
man. Bless.
Welcome home.
Peace.
Welcome home.
Yes, sir.
Peace. So before we get into, you know what I'm saying, the tumultuous part of your life, let's start off on the early side. Like, here on the Legend Podcast, I'd like to find out where you grew up. So without further ado,
Question? Give me a good old viral
question. Man, roll that footage of them badass kids, man.
Did you show bro the
I showed bro the footage of them badass
all right,
kids.
you guys. So here's the footage real quick. We about to show y'all some footage, and then we gonna get my bro's take. He done came home after 25 years.
Yeah.
Let's see what he thinks about this situation. So here we go. Let me roll that beautiful Bing footage. Bing footage. Bing motherfucking footage. Here we go.
Let's see it. It's gonna be live on the screen. So a little bit of commentary right now is you're seeing a bunch of kids, one in a diaper, assaulting the police, right? So you probably in a diaper at age 2 or 3. I mean, like 3 pushing it. So
let me turn this up a little bit too,
Yeah.
because
no. Come on, man, bro. You gonna take a point away from you?
it's the.
Yeah.
He said, "Shut up, bitch." One more time. Deep fried
Oreo head ass. We gonna get your reaction. You about to go up.
Okay, all right. Come on, RB. What's your
RB, man. What's your take, man? What's your take on that? Were you raised like that?
Nah. We was talking to run for the police. We weren't running to them.
Right.
Word.
All right.
But that's it's a new day, man. It's a new day.
So like, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So
I'm speechless.
yeah.
Unbelievable, bro. So I want to get my bro Chim's take.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, man. If it's one thing I can't stand, it's some disrespectful ass little kids, man. Now we all go through life and we all do little bad shit, but these kids are on the point of evilness. Yeah, that was no fear.
These kids
Go ahead, Joe.
These kids are evil, and they need to be taken out. They need to be taken out, and their parents need to be taken out too, because their parents somewhere. What are they doing at home?
Take the parents out.
Take the kids out and the parents out, because these are the kids that's gonna grow up killing our people, man. Killing our people.
How do you feel about that,
So
bro?
take them out right now.
What?
I'm gonna tell you, it's not on the kids. It's all the way on the parents. And the reason why I say that is these kids have been trained that way. This is what they learn. This is what they know. This
Learn
is all
behavior.
They know. This is all they seen. So
Somebody
you gotta
gotta go.
retrain them. You can't.
Can they be retrained?
At that age, yeah, man. You used to be a little badass kid.
Not like that.
Nah,
we
not like
went to
that.
the Kingdom Hall. We had respect for people,
Yeah.
man. We didn't disrespect elders or cops or authoritative figures.
Why
or
not?
We didn't do that.
Why not though? Because we was trained that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Right, but what I'm saying is the parents need to be taken out. And if they can't rehabilitate these little badass kids, they need to go too, man. God willing.
So RB, like, what's your take now, man? Like, now you got a chance to digest a little bit. You heard 2 different contrasts. How do you feel about it now?
I'm like this. I'm gonna put it on the parents because like the children today is a product of the household.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to do a better job in paying, because really, like, we got to pay more attention to them children.
For sure.
Because it's like this. If we don't teach them children the stuff that they need to know, it's gonna come a day where we're gonna need them children.
That's right.
And
That's all.
it's gonna come back and bite us. Right? Because they ain't gonna know what to do.
Right.
That's our future.
Nor care to do it for us.
Exactly, or care to do it for them. That's why a lot of people when they get old, they end up in nursing homes and this and that because they didn't raise their children properly. They didn't give them the right type of teaching and education to have them in position. Because it's gonna come a day when we're gonna have to rely on them children in the day.
So I want to ask you. So you know, so like from your expertise, do you feel like some people are unrepairable to like a certain extent? Have you seen someone that was literally like to the point where that's all they know? You can't teach them nothing else, or they beyond repair to some degree? Have you ever seen people like that?
I believe anybody can be redeemed.
There we go.
You know, because you could turn it on and turn it off. Like you could be a bad person all your life, and you could say, man, you know what? Today I'm gonna start living right. You know what I'm saying? And you can start a track record from that point forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that was my past, but this is who I am today. Because we got to judge people off who they are today anyway.
Right. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We can't be dealing with people, you know what I'm saying, off of past relationships. You know what I'm saying? Who are you today?
And one more thing, Nut. The reason why I'm harsh is because I've seen kids of this level evilness, man. Like, if anybody remembers, what was his name? Cooley. These kids killed Cooley, man. When we was kids, man, they killed this little boy. Rat poison and all this evil shit to him, man, as kids. So kids are killers too.
Yes.
This is the behavior of a sociopath, man. It acts like this as a little kid. So my opinion is, get them out of here quick before they kill somebody.
So wait. We all done dealt with a chick who got some unruly kids before, and then you walk inside the house, they run up, try to hit you, and we done been there before with kids who just.
That's a little different.
I mean,
honorary kids. This is.
They didn't call him a pig. They were
just calling these police officers bitches, hitting them, assaulting them.
They probably do that to their big brother. They probably do it to the cousins in the neighborhood. They probably,
Their mama getting called a bitch.
Yeah, it's normal.
She hitting on.
So let's stop it. Stop it now. Stop it now. Don't have no more kids with this generation of evil kids, man. Stop, or don't take them out, but at least castrate them and then.
Castrating
so
kids at age 2.
So they can't have no kids.
At age 2, you want to castrate a child.
And these kids are killing us, man. They gonna kill us all. The black
kids ain't gonna kill us, man.
Okay, follow them. They gonna kill somebody.
That's back to the. They're a product of their environment.
They're a product of their environment, man.
Exactly.
They only can do what they
and sometimes you have to get rid of the product of the environment.
Not even have the feeling that anybody cares about them.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So maybe they do need to be removed from the environment they in.
Okay.
And then possibly
rehabilitated.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So.
And you know one thing I realized too, man, that just for me observing, even from when I was in prison or just, you know what I'm saying, it ain't no love in the home like it used to be.
No. No.
Like you know what I'm saying? Just like that love, man, you know, it's always a threat, a beating, or yelling or screaming. Right. And, you know, when they is, you know what I'm saying, like that love, you know what I'm saying, and like we need to bring that back in the household.
That's a great segue for me asking you, man. Like, how'd you grow up?
My mother showed us love. As far as I'm concerned, like I had the best mother in the world because
a little closer to the mic, brother.
Yeah, the best mother in the world because you know she taught me everything that I know. You know, so like that's why, you know, my respect for women. And black women in particular, man, is through the roof because, you know what I'm saying, I got a strong mother and I wouldn't be who I am today without her.
That's hard.
Right.
So, like, what was your household dynamic? Like, did you have a mom there and dad there, or was it just, I mean, like siblings, anything like that?
Yeah, it was 10 of us.
10?
Yeah.
Wow, man. So, mama made it stretch.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So what about dad?
My father, you know, he was on and off. My father, he was addicted to drugs. So you know, when he was a teenager, he was playing on the railroad track and almost got his leg cut off on the railroad track. He spent like 2 years in the hospital. He got addicted to painkillers, which led to heroin. So he had a lifelong heroin addiction. So you know how that went. You know what I'm saying? So you know he was, you know, but he was a smart man. Like outside his addiction. You know, I can't, you know.
Right.
He's a great man. You know, he's you know what I'm saying? I lost him in 2020.
R.I.P.
You know what I'm saying? While I was in prison. But he was a great man. He was smart. You know, I respect him, I honor him. You know, even with his flaws, you know what I'm saying? One of the smartest people I know.
So, like, what was your neighborhood like? And, like, what neighborhood did you grow up in?
DVH.
DVH in the building?
Yeah, you know.
For sure. So, like, what did DVH look like back then?
Man, it felt like a community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It felt like
Everybody knew each other.
everybody knew everybody. You know what I'm saying?
All the houses filled up on the block, kids
Yeah,
everywhere.
it was love,
You
man.
either from upper or lower.
It was love,
We
man.
met up for football games,
Yeah,
basketball.
man.
It was fun,
It
man.
was love, man. You know what I'm saying? The doors, you know, and you know, like you know, y'all know I went to prison, so when I come back and I look at Dayton View, I'm like, whoa.
It hurts.
This man. You
Wow.
see
You know what I'm saying? I
Roseville?
still ain't seen all of it. I've been kind of scared to ride through there.
What's one of the
You know what
most
I'm saying? Like,
noticeable?
only thing I see standing is the Arab store.
What's one of the most noticeable differences that you see, bro?
The who?
One of the most noticeable differences that you see.
In Dayton?
Yeah, the thing that shocked you the most.
The abandoned houses. Where did the people go?
Right.
Where did the life go? Cause you know what I'm saying. It's like somebody sucked it. It's like all the life has been sucked up out of the community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. So I'm like, damn, where did life go, man? So,
Yeah.
you know, I just been telling guys, you know, I've been home like, damn, man, you know what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I've been gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all been out here.
It won't give you an explanation.
Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It won't give you an explanation on why it was like that.
not no real one.
Okay, so basically, right, like our economy was heavily dependent on GM and other places like that. Once they left and pulled out, you fractured the whole ecosystem, such as, and me and SMED say all the time, if people got money, they gonna spend it. If they don't got money, then they don't. So then you have the people that's like, well, I'm gonna move to a better opportunity, and they leave the neighborhood. So when you have the people like, for instance, like my son's in school for this, but like some people, kids will go to school in Cincinnati. Once they go to Cincinnati, they're unrooted and they'll stay wherever they are. So you go off to college and never come back. So we used to have a good turnover rate of people that would be like, well, you ain't got to go to college to go work at GM. You ain't got to do this. Go work at RTA. You ain't got to go work there. Those people stayed right there. You know what I'm saying? Like the big fishes stayed. But now that those big things are gone, that is what fractured our communities more than anything.
The neighborhoods,
So?
Peanut too, along with that economic side, the neighborhoods got more violent too, where people don't want to stay in these neighborhoods no more because the younger people are infiltrating with more drug sales, and they don't know how to go about drug sales in a respectful way to the communities. Nobody wants to have people hanging out in front of their houses, pulling up, selling drugs. Back in the day, it was more discreet. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Today, it's more like you can't even go on Cambridge. Like, you know what everybody's doing on there. My mom, she still stays on Oxford. She will not leave that community, and she runs everybody out. But everybody is not like the strong people and challenge these people that are taking over the neighborhood.
Big mama, yeah.
That's a big problem too.
But like you say, respect.
It's respect.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's lacking.
Yeah,
like, we lacking that respect.
respect.
You know what I'm saying? And like
Self-respect.
self-respect.
Yeah, self-respect.
And another thing that we lacking, we lacking a respect for humanity
For humanity.
and human life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We got to have a serious respect for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we want to live and we want our family to live and our children to live and we want to be successful, you got to respect human life
For sure.
all the time.
So, like, who are some of your day one friends, man?
Ah, man.
There we go.
Day one, man.
There we go.
You went to Jefferson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jefferson Elementary.
Shout out to Jefferson.
For sure.
That was the meetup spot for the fights.
JT. Shout out to JT, man.
Not Jefferson Township.
No.
Oh.
Jefferson, the school in Jefferson.
Oh, Jefferson.
It's on Cambridge.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's point.
Cambridge and Euclid, right?
Yeah. They knocked it down there.
Yeah.
I know it was a long time ago.
You know,
Yeah.
the Dayview guys, man.
There we go.
RT,
Richard Tiller.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
to
There we go.
Right.
Tim,
the team that's not here no more.
Don Niggy,
Oh, okay.
Timmy. They call him what they call him, Dipper now.
Yeah. So look, bro,
Nah,
you got 10 siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 9 siblings.
Yeah.
So, and you the youngest of all, or no?
No. There's some twins up under me.
It's the
Okay.
twins, Jason.
Twins.
And,
But you have what, 7 older brothers? Or
6.
6 older
Yeah,
brothers.
7.
Wow.
Yeah, she had. Yeah.
Wow.
I can't imagine.
So-
No. I had 4 older brothers.
Okay.
All right. And so what was it like living with your older brothers, man? What type of brothers are they, and how did y'all interact with each other?
It had its pros and its cons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we had backup. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know what I'm saying? So they already knew. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the one of us. You would have to try to see all of them. You know what I'm saying?
For
Right.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? But we probably got advanced a little more because we had older brothers, so we was watching our older brothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They was teaching us a little more. You know what I'm saying? Just about life and neighborhood, maybe the streets. We sitting back watching them, so that probably played a part on us jumping off the porch a little early.
Yeah.
Trying to do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? But when we did, like my older brother, one of my oldest brothers, he'd run us home. You know what I'm saying? Punch us to the body. Get out of here. We're trying to go around here. So you got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
So your older brothers that was in the streets, did they try to keep you from it?
Yeah.
There we
They
go.
definitely did try to keep you out of it.
Yeah, but it's only a matter of time.
That's it.
Certain
Yeah.
amount of
That's
time.
it. You're going to figure out your own
Yeah,
way.
they only can stop it for so long.
Right.
Man,
Right.
no doubt. So,
We got a call?
That's up there. That's out front.
oh, we might. We
Want to
might.
go get it?
Yep.
So before we get to the caller, so like, what's one of your finest childhood memories growing up with? You know what I'm saying? Like you and all the family, or was it like you and kicking it with your friends? Like, what's one of your finest childhood memories?
Just hanging with my friends in the neighborhood. Riding our bikes. Just doing kid stuff.
And so, drugs is all around. I'm just talking about living in the inner city. Drugs is always around, and even if you're minding your own business, you might get approached by somebody that asks you, "Are you holding, or do you got something?"
Yeah.
And then that sparks your curiosity to think like, "Damn, I could be making some money." And so you end up getting involved with hustling. So kind of walk us through your first experience with
first pack.
Respectfully, your first pack. He trying to put
Drake, call right back, bro. We about to get you on the line.
The first time.
Okay, I got you. Okay, go ahead, bro.
The first time, my first drug experience was me and my brother Rashad, better rest in peace, better known as Cambridge Fats.
Yeah. Shad Gotti.
Shad Gotti, rest in peace. And another one of my childhood friends, day one, brother by the name of David Glenn.
Yeah.
He's deceased now. And they found some drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Just found them in the
Right.
community. So we found some shit. And from that point forward, shit.
Y'all got it going.
Yeah. We was riding our bikes.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? We probably was, I might have been about 10. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? We found, you know what I'm saying, we didn't really know what to do with it. So then you know what I'm saying, then we found somebody that got high with it, and we gave him some of it. And I'll never forget that moment. You know what I'm saying? When he came from, because remember they used to have them big trash cans?
Yeah.
Remember them
The
big
dumpster.
trash
Yeah.
The
Big old brown ones.
He went behind the
With the
dumpster.
dumpsters, right.
Yeah.
Came back
Them
behind
things
the
was
dumpster.
dangerous.
I'll
They
never
was.
forget that.
What'd he do, bro?
He went back there and smoked.
Right, but when he came back behind, what was he doing?
He just had his big piece of snot coming down his nose.
He said that was the
And
truth.
he was like, "Yeah, nephew."
You got some more?
We all been called nephew every once in our life. You instantly become family off that.
So, bro, how old were you at this point? You was like 10 at this
Probably
point?
about 10. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, you jumped up.
We was riding
real
bikes.
early.
Right.
We was riding bikes.
Damn,
So,
okay.
it probably took maybe like that was my first experience. I didn't just go straight in right there. But
Right.
That was when I was first exposed.
Yeah.
It wasn't too much longer after that.
No doubt.
So like during this time of being like 10 years old, and I'm saying you making the money on the quick side, like what was school like? Like were you still going to school, or were you completely like removed from that?
No, I'm still going to school.
Okay, so like what kind of student were you?
Good student.
Mm-hmm. What was one of your favorite studies?
Man.
Okay.
Sound like a smart man.
Yeah,
He is a smart.
for sure.
Real shit.
For sure.
All day.
For sure. So like at that point in your life, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Shit, man, we wanted to be like the guys in the street.
Guys in the streets, the
You know what I mean?
hustlers.
Like what we were seeing.
We didn't know we could be something.
You know what I'm saying?
else.
We didn't see nothing else.
Yeah, they didn't show us that.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't see. So you know, that's what we seen. You know what I'm saying? We seen them 30s and Vogues, and then you know that's what caught our eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we thought that was it.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to know how we can get that. You know, and the guys that had that, you know what I'm saying? You know what they was doing.
Right.
So we was looking up to them guys. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how it started out for me.
So, you know, like being 10 years old and you outside, but you really ain't really like, you know, like mature enough yet. So was there a time where mom found the pack or anything like that? Did you ever have like, before you got in trouble with the law, did you ever get in trouble with mom first? When it came to the street?
Nah, not really.
Okay.
Not really. Not really.
Word.
There was so many of us, you know.
Right.
You
can fly under the
radar.
So let's fast forward to around the time when you was getting ready to catch your case.
Yeah, you was 17 when you got locked up, right?
Yeah.
So like leading up to that, what was the first interaction that you actually had with the police?
Well, to be honest, man, my first interaction with the police when I was 12.
Mm.
And I caught my first drug case. I got took to juvenile.
Yeah.
And,
What was that experience like? Like what happened?
it was kind of terrifying a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, it didn't deter me.
Yeah. And when you got locked up, you figured you could handle it. I mean, when you got locked up, it wasn't as bad as you thought it would be?
As a juvie.
As a juvenile.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? Okay.
Nah, it was bad. I
Right.
didn't like it.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah. I wanted that.
All right. So then after that situation happened, how did that get resolved?
I
The
got
case that you
probation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what did your mom have to say when that happened? Because, like, coming from, I know we had 7 kids, but y'all had more than us. Y'all had 10. And, did you say there was a male, was a father in the house, Rob, or no?
Yeah, on and off.
On and off. So,
Yeah.
having your mother as
my mother was
the backbone.
Yeah,
Solid.
she was the mother and the father.
Your mother having 10 kids, that's a hard thing to handle. And I know that just from living in Dayton View, where they lived at up on Cambridge, upper Cambridge, you seen a lot more fancier stuff from people than you did from the lower part.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So there was a difference in just down the street from us. And being a single mom, raising 10 kids, how did she like take that when you got in trouble at 12 years old, going to juvenile and stuff like that? What was her reform for you when you came back?
You know, she's just saying, you know, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
Hope you
don't
learn
do it.
something.
Hope you learn something. Stay out of trouble.
Did you have to do any time on that one? Oh no, you got
probation.
probation.
I got probation.
Right.
But you know, I'm like leading up to when I went to prison for in '97. You know, after I first started having real serious interactions with the police was in 1994.
Wow.
How old was you right there, Rob?
I was
14? 14,
yeah.
right.
I want to pause the
Were
story.
you still in school?
Yeah, I was in high school. I was in Colonel White.
You went to Colonel
And,
White,
and
okay.
listen, And I'm gonna be honest, man. See, I'm an advocate for criminal justice reform.
Yes.
I went to prison when I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
So, but from the time I was like 13, and you know, as I look back on my life and I look back at everything that I've been through, I feel like I was, you know, I wasn't an angel. You know, I ain't gonna sit here and try to say none of that. But I feel like I was getting hunted.
Right.
Like they was hunting me all the way up until I went to jail in 1997. Because,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
No,
go
go.
because in 1994, I was a freshman in high school, and my older brother, mine, he came up to Colonel White, and he got me out of school. He said, man, Mom said come home.
Mm-hmm.
Police was at the house. You know, he asked me, he said, what'd you do? I said, I ain't done nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so we get home, you know what I'm saying? My mother, you know, she's yelling, like, what you done did? They done been all over here. I'm like, I ain't did nothing. She like, they left this car. I said, call them. I ain't did nothing. So she called them. Like 5 minutes, you know, they pulled up in an unmarked car, knocked on the door. They took me to jail for 2 counts of aggravated robbery.
Wow.
So I ain't never robbed nobody in my life. You know, we sold a little drugs, small time stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just a little make
What was their reasoning for trying to pit that on you?
I don't listen. They
still don't know.
They took me. They booked me in the juvie for 2 counts of aggravated robbery. So I sit down in juvie for about 3 weeks, and I had a pre-trial. So in my pre-trial, we hired an attorney, Risa McCray.
Mm-hmm.
Remember her?
Yeah.
So Risa's my attorney.
Yeah.
So we hired an attorney.
Black lady, right?
Black lady.
Yep.
Yeah. So we had my pre-trial. Some white woman walked into the courtroom. I never seen this lady before in my life. She got on the stand, and she said that I robbed her at gunpoint for $20.
Wow.
I never seen this lady before. You know, I ain't doing no robberies. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So she got up there and said I robbed her. So after she got up the stand, my attorney questioned her. So the second victim come in, this guy named Danny Brown. I know him from the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? He grew up on Wilson. So Danny know me from the neighborhood. My father grew up on Wilson Drive also. So he been knowing me since I was young. So when he walked in the courtroom, he looked at me, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking like, damn, I know they ain't saying I robbed
Damn. Right.
So Danny, you know, he get on the stand, he don't even want to sit down. So Danny like, so, you know, they like, sit down. And Danny said, and these words, man, they still bring chill to me, because when I look back on everything, Danny, when he got on the stand, he said, I told them it wasn't him. You know what I'm saying? So they dropped the charges right there and let me go. So I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he told them it wasn't me.
And you still got to go through this proceeding.
And your girlfriend just came in here and said it was me. You know what I'm saying? She just came in here and lied on me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he like, I know him. Like, I told them it wasn't him. You know what I'm saying? So they dropped the charges. So right after that,
Were they white, bro?
Huh?
Were these people white or black?
Danny was black.
But his girlfriend was white.
Okay.
So
right after that, one of my friend's mother was downtown talking to the detectives about his son. So they mentioned something about me to his mother, that they was coming to pick me up for a murder charge.
What?
Yeah, I'm 14 at this time. So
hold on, go back. Say it for me one more time. What'd you just say?
yeah, the detective, the homicide detective,
While you was down there for the robbery, said that?
No, this is like 6 months. This is after the robbery situation.
Right.
This round 2.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this saga started back in '94, man.
So
You know what I'm saying? I got receipts, man. All this, man.
had your older brothers already been caught up with the police?
Not really.
Not really.
No, not really.
So that wasn't it. They looking for
So-
you for.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like even to this day, even like when I was going through, even with the stuff that I went down and did the time for, even like going through my appeals and just fighting, trying to get justice. It was like, man, man, these people didn't want to let me out of jail.
Right.
Like I'm some type of bad person or something, man. I'm like, right. So back to the murder charge.
Yeah.
She come tell my mother. She said they about to come pick up Robbie for a murder charge tomorrow.
Wow.
So my mother called me and my brother Omar. You know, and she like, I already called Risa. You know what I'm saying? We got Risha again. She like, I already called Risha, and Risha said meet her down in her office in the morning. So long story short, I'm a freshman in high school, Colonel White. So we go down to Risha's house that morning. I spent the night over Omar's house. And so we all sitting at the table like this in Risha's conference room. Risha got on the thing. She called Dayton homicide. I think it was Burt, White, Rose Nickel. And she called Dayton homicide. She said, Detective Gross Nickel, she said, word on the street is you have a client, arrest warrant for my client, Robert Mackey. Is that true? He said, yeah. So she said, well, we coming down. So she like, we on our way down there. So we all go down there, me, Omar, my mother, and Risha.
How'd you feel in that moment hearing that it confirmed that you got a murder charge pending?
And did you have any idea what they possibly could be talking about?
Yeah,
you knew what they was talking about. Right.
I don't even lie, but I'm getting emotional just
right.
Yeah.
talking about it.
Right.
So we go down there. Now I knew what they was talking about.
Tell them to tune in. They trying to see what you doing. Tell them Legendary People Podcast on YouTube.
We on this podcast, Legendary People Podcast.
Dang.
It's legendary.
Love y'all. Listen, Legendary comment section, man. Make sure you guys call in 937-991-0025.
It's on YouTube. I'm not sure to you.
All the love from the comments right now, man. I wish you could see it,
What
man.
an amazing story.
It is, man. So
So you get down there.
So I get down there, right? So we all get down there. I'm down with my attorney. So I knew what they was talking about.
Right.
Because I knew I was there when the situation happened.
Right.
Legendary People Podcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
that's the best shout out we done got, man.
Yeah, I knew what they was talking about because I was going up to Mount Crest.
Okay.
I was it's a guy that I grew up with. He was from the View / Bella Vista, guy by the name of Tyrone Patterson, Stickman. Rest in peace.
Tyrone. Remember Tyrone? Yeah, light skinned Tyrone.
No, he dark skinned.
Oh, that's Tyrone.
He got killed in the bag.
Yeah,
He
that's
got killed in the
Tyrone.
bag New Year's Day '94.
Yeah.
So Tyrone, they all up in Mount Crest.
Okay.
So I'm always ran with older guys.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So Tyrone taking me up to Mount Crest with him. So he get killed. So he's rolling up here. He's doing something different over here in Mount Crest than he's doing on the west side.
On the west side.
Yeah. So when after Tyrone get killed, I'm going back up there.
Right.
On my own. So I'm just finding, somebody's driving me up there every night, but I'm going up here.
Banging out.
I'm banging out.
Right. Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So on this particular night, somebody got shot. You know what I'm saying? The dude that shot him, I don't know dude.
Right.
It's a whole situation, but I'm standing out there that night. So I guess when they picked the dude up that did the shooting, I guess he told them I did the shooting.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess they picked him up first. So I never went back up there after the shooting. So, but he didn't know my name, he just knew my brother. So I guess they pinned it down as me. They come pick me up. So when we go down to the safety building, me, my attorney, my brother, and my mother. You know what I'm saying? So, I talk to him and I tell him, I said, listen, man, I ain't had nothing to do with that. Like, straight like that. And I said, look, I'll take a lie detector test.
There you go.
Like, right here, right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and my attorney. They're like, you will? I'm like, yeah. So they hooked me up to the lie detector test.
What?
They actually hooked you up to the lie
Yeah, they hooked me
detector?
up to the lie detector test.
Wow.
Man, I got receipts.
Yeah.
I got paperwork, documents. I was gonna bring it all over here with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But time got past me and I couldn't get it all out.
And your word is bond.
For sure.
Facts.
Yeah, stand.
Nobody know me. You
Right.
You got somebody on.
You know,
But he got the paperwork.
But wait,
I believe you 100%.
legend. If you know, you know.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Salute.
So,
Salute to you two comments.
So they gave you the lie detector test. What did the lie detectors
so-
determine?
Yeah. So look, they come back with the lie detector test. They say I failed.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh.
now I'm telling the truth, bro. I really took the lie
Yeah.
detector test, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. I ain't no.
But they allowed to lie to you to make you do a false
Yeah,
admission.
yeah. It is not admissible in court
Yeah,
anyway.
it's not right.
Yeah, it's not admissible.
It's not admissible.
But I wanted to, I just wanted to clear the situation up.
Yeah,
right,
And then person knew had to take me there, like, look, y'all got this wrong.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't had nothing to do with this. I don't know who did nothing or what, but
Right.
I ain't got nothing. So they said I'm not. They said I failed the lie detector test. So they,
How'd you feel in that moment?
man, I feel like my world.
Because how old was you at this time, bro?
14.
14 years
God,
old. God
man.
damn.
14.
And this was what year?
94.
94.
Yeah. Go check the dang Daily News.
Yeah.
The clips.
You was being hunted.
You were, yeah.
So listen, so when they take me to juvie. So my first meeting with my attorney, I tell Reese McCray, I said, listen, Reese, I said they lying about the lie detector test. I said I want to take another one. I said I need to take another one so you would know that what they trying to do.
Right. So she can be present.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want them to think that I committed this crime.
You didn't want your family and your lawyer to lose faith in you.
Yeah, I need them to know I'm innocent.
Right.
So she like I can arrange that. So we arranged it. She had a professional, another polygraph examiner come down to juvenile.
Right.
Judge Michael B. Murphy was the judge. She signed off on it. He came down there. He had a list of questions from my attorney, Risha. I passed the polygraph.
There we go.
Right.
That's hard.
I got a copy of the exam.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bring it with me.
Because they was probably lying anyway just to try to...
Yeah.
Right.
So-
It doesn't mean nothing anyway. Just
Yeah,
to try to
yeah.
make you say and start umming and
Really, I'm a witness.
Right.
I
Right.
witnessed it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know who the shooter was or nothing, but
Right.
that's all I really was.
A witness.
Now I was out there selling drugs.
Right.
So long story short, it's on. We're going to trial.
It got that far.
They
to go to
still-
trial?
Even after you
Man,
passed the
I
lie
was-
detector test, they sent you
Man,
to trial.
I was acquitted.
With no gun,
Okay,
no
I
weapon. Was it a witness? The one guy that
They
said
had
you
two
did.
witnesses.
Two witnesses.
Two eyewitnesses. Look,
Two
man,
eyewitnesses.
Now tell me this, right? I went to trial. They had two witnesses. One of the witnesses, it was two people was shot. One guy, now the guys that was shot, and I'm gonna tell the story on what happened. I'm
Okay.
putting it out there.
Yeah.
It ain't no secret.
Public knowledge.
We out there, so cars is pulling up. So the particular car pull up. When the car pull up, I run to the car. I run to the passenger side of the car. They trying to spend $70.
Right.
I lean into the car with my drugs. Like this, what I got for 70.
Yeah.
My drugs don't leave my hand. The other guy, he on the driver's side of the car. He trying to serve him some drugs too. You know how they
Yeah. Everybody running up.
to the
Yeah.
car.
For sure.
So right after that, I ain't really seeing what's going on. But the dude on the passenger side, he trying to snatch their keys out the car. So he's scaring them though. Like so now they scared. Like you know what I'm saying? They like it's some white dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
They trying to cop.
Right.
So they pull around the little thing. You know what I'm saying? So when he did that, I bagged up. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't want no trouble. I'm bagged up.
Fact.
You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
here to make money, no fuss.
Yeah. You on whatever you on, I ain't on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You trying to take the keys out the car, I'm gonna just get out your way. So I bagged up. So they spin around the thing, but dude ran off. So I'm like just kind of like focus on me. So they still trying to cop. They like let's get something. So I'm back at the window now. Like this one I got. They like nah. They trying to bargain with me. So when I look up, dude coming, he walking up with a gun. So I don't know if he trying to rob me or what. So when he walking up with the gun, I start bagging up, going towards the dude's car who I'm with. He walk up on the car, he open up fire on the car. The car pull off, boom. I pulled out. In the story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dude ran off. So, but come to find out when I was in the trial, what happened, dude dropped his drugs on the driver's side. He dropped his drugs in the car. That's how he was trying to, after the private investigator.
Oh, he was trying to turn the car so that way they could leave with his bag.
Yeah, his bag is on their floor.
Yeah.
Because he out there drunk and high.
Yeah.
And he done dropped his drugs in the car, so he trying to cut the car off. They don't know that the drugs is in the car, though.
Right, because they would have spent off and
They would've
shit.
spent off.
But it's dope.
I can't have it never been in.
But this dude so goofy, he done went and got a gun. For whatever reason, instead of just saying like, man, or talking to him, like,
Right.
you see what I'm saying? He done went and got a gun and just came back shooting.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying? I don't know why he did what he did because he
Right.
had to do it.
He wasn't his right mind for sure.
So, but they got the drugs. You know, we got all the evidence. So the drugs is in the car. So the dude who was the shooter, he told him it was me. So now he's the witness. You hear me?
Yeah.
So you go to court. The real killer is the
This is real facts, bro.
This
Listen,
hard.
bro. 14-year-old child on trial
For murder.
for murder.
This hard.
The killer on the stand is the state witness, man.
Get the.
The shooter is on the stand. They put the killer, and then not only that, man, the disrespect to the victim's family.
Right.
The disrespect to the victim's family for them to put their loved one's killer on the stand.
Understand.
Wow, man.
They, you know what I'm saying? They should have knew better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on trial. So the other guy that was in the car, he identified me for whatever reason as the shooter. And the shooter identified me as the shooter.
Right.
Shouts out to Risha McCray. Because she knew that the guy that the state witness was the shooter.
Okay.
Right.
She knew this.
Right.
Yeah.
How was they able to turn the
she,
table?
So when she got him on cross-examination,
Eating his ass up.
she gunned him.
There we go.
She's talking about she gunned him on the stand, and then the cross-examination was so wrong. And this is what I believe saved me. Because I testified in the trial, and I had to tell the truth, like I was selling drugs, this and that. This
there you go.
and I was found guilty for drug trafficking, attempted drug trafficking, and I was acquitted of the murder charge by Judge Michael B. Murphy.
Right.
A bench trial. This wasn't even a jury
Yeah.
trial. This was a bench trial.
Bench trial, yeah, because
Well, that's sometimes the best time to have is the bench trial.
Yes.
That time.
But see, Michael Murphy, Judge Murphy knew that I didn't do this.
Right.
He knew.
He knew because you performed the polygraph test with him.
He had to sign off on the polygraph.
Fact.
You know it's not admissible.
But he still got the result.
And that's in the back of his mind.
back of his
This young
mind. He got
man
the
passed
result.
the polygraph test.
and he here saying something of, okay, I'm not no angel. This is what I did. Full admission is
It's sometimes the best.
Yes.
But look, but this the kicker though. See, physical evidence saved me though. I didn't know that my fingerprints was on the passenger window of the car. When I leaned in, they got my prints off the car.
Thank God.
But the shooter
was on the other
was
side.
on the driver's side, so there's no way I could have been the shooter.
shooter.
Because
Your
my
prints
prints
was
was on the passenger side. The shooter was
on
the
the
person
driver's
on the
side.
driver's side, and he had motive because his drugs was on the ground,
Right.
on the passenger window.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So what they was trying to do, the physical evidence saved me. You see what I'm saying? And they knew that the shooter was through the.
So how much time did you do with the juvenile for the?
I did 6 months on the
6
trial.
months, and you came on.
Got out. So right after that, so that's why I say from the robbery to the murder, leading up to 1997 to the drug charge, bro. When I tell y'all what happened to me with this drug charge in 1997, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's sad.
So
It's sad. I don't even know if we got enough time. For
We do. But look, while you were going through this trial for the murder, were you in juvenile the whole time?
Yeah, I was in juvenile the whole time.
How long did it take for the trial to actually complete itself?
About 3 months, 3.5 months. We waited like a month, like 30 days on the verdict. He came back with the verdict about 30 days later.
So you only had to do another month after that.
Yeah. So I
because
think I
give you
did
the
like
time.
75 days in DYF
Okay.
for the drug charge.
Yeah.
And Omar,
All that's in the
Omar wasn't.
archives and all that.
He
Like,
wasn't
he
locked
been
up at
to
this
his
point,
first
was he?
one. Huh?
Omar was. He was out, wasn't he? Scott was locked up at this point, right?
No, they was all out.
They was all out, okay.
Yeah, they was all out.
Bro, how did you feel when it came back a not guilty verdict for
Man,
you?
I'll never forget that day.
How it takes you through it?
I was just sitting in the pine, juvenile pine, and I seen my attorney through the glass, and she came in and let her in, and she told me. She said, I got it back. Michael B. Murphy, he acquitted you.
That's a beautiful thing.
You felt just great, vindicated.
Yeah.
I'm
Man.
emotional right now.
That's
that's
gotta
hard.
be something going through that at 14 years old.
At 14, man.
14, man. Like that's real mental toughness, man.
And bro, you know the how courageous you were, bro, to actually take that polygraph test, bro. Twice.
Yeah.
That was my idea.
And,
There you go.
Right. Right, because you like, hold on, what can free me? What can set me free for sure? And it seemed like once you passed the polygraph test, they should have let you go
Absolutely.
off of that. You know, but man,
That's what I was thinking.
That ain't how the game go.
Yeah, that ain't how they go.
Yeah.
But they listen. They took me and my family through it. Bro.
They gonna try to break you, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They gonna try to break
It
you.
was like it was something personal.
So I want to ask you. So like in that, before you were exonerated, were there parts that you felt like you were losing hope?
With the murder charge.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, because all the way up until the point where, because in my mind I was saying like, well, in my mind I had it made up. But when we get to try, I'm not thinking that they had already picked me out through photo lineups and they had already did all that.
You think
I'm
like
thinking
a 14-year-old.
Like when I get to, I'm thinking like
I
a
am 14-year-old. I didn't do it.
I'm thinking
I'm
like
getting
when I
to
get
trial,
to
it's
trial
gonna be
and
proven.
the
I
dude
didn't
see me.
He gonna be like, nah, that
That ain't him. That's what I was thinking. Right. Until he got on the stand. Until he pointed me out on the stand. Like, that's him.
Oh, that
I'm
hurt.
like,
he like,
that's when it hit me.
Yeah.
That's when it all hit me, when dude pointed me out on the stand. Because in my mind, leading up until that point, I'm saying, I'm like, as soon as dude see me, he gonna tell him y'all got the wrong guy.
Wrong person.
Not knowing when dude got up in there, he pointed me out. I'm like, oh Lord, and like it hit me. I thought it was over with.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So did he ever go to jail for this charge?
nope.
No.
Moonwalk.
They're not gonna. They're not gonna.
They
They're not. He's a star
they
with
know
us.
who
They
he is.
know. They're
I
not.
ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna say his
They're
name.
they're not gonna pursue a case on him after he's a star.
After they done just did
After
that,
they
and
did
used him as a
that,
witness.
nah, it's over with.
Yeah.
Did
You know
your
what I'm saying?
attorney lay it out in court that he was the real shooter?
Probably not.
No. And she didn't really have to.
She didn't have to.
So
She knew.
she got you acquitted
But
without.
he's saying that he was out there. But eventually she got him. He ended up saying that he was on all these drugs that night. He said that he was on Xanax, Valium, cocaine, alcohol, weed. He had all these drugs in his system.
What's up, Jay?
Hey, what's that, money?
Yeah, he had all these drugs in his system.
Mhm.
So my attorney, dude, she looking at him like, dude, man, you know you wrong.
Right.
And she like, dude, man, you got all these drugs in your system.
How could you know?
She gave him out. You know what I'm saying? She like, you got all these drugs in your
She
system.
basically.
So like, how can you really sit here and say
She
that it was
came
my
up with some
client?
reasonable doubt.
Yeah, and then he came out. He shot me a look. And
A little.
He was like,
I'm not sure.
He was like, I ain't really for sure. He
Right,
did do that. I'm gonna
He
give
did
him
do
that.
that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it 100.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? After she drilled him and dogged him and drilled him, then
Right.
he was like, I might not be for sure, cause she let him know, like, dude, I know you the shooter, you the killer.
Right.
She,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, bro, we gonna come after you if you don't just at least admit you ain't.
And then the other guy, the other eyewitness, like before they been smoking crack all night, and he done drunk 50 beers.
Right.
Like literally, like he said, we had 30 here and 20 over here.
Damn.
So like.
They wasn't
She
credible.
like, you mean to
convict
tell
you
me,
off of that.
yeah, you gonna
Right.
come in here and you know what I'm saying? So, you know.
So were there any like after you're exonerated and you come home, were there anybody who felt like you were still lying or looked at you a little different
No.
based off of that?
Everybody knew.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, like my people know me.
Mm-hmm.
Like they know who I am. Like they know.
So
They know how to cut
go
like that.
ahead.
The people here know too, because on YouTube, Timothy Freeman say Uncle Legend, and then Lil Hottie say I love you, cuz all solid, no shake.
There we go. There
If
we
y'all
go.
here on YouTube, let us know y'all here. We trying to get more traction. Let us know.
There we go. There we go. So like a lot of
All
times.
solid, no shake.
So a lot of times when you're sitting that long, you're sitting there and all you are doing is sitting there with your thoughts. What's your number one plan when you come home from the situation? Get back to it or something
I
else?
didn't have no plan. I was 14.
Just go back to school.
But I just want to get out, man, and, mess with some girls and
Be a kid, be a
be a
14-year-old.
14-year-old, go back to school. I was in high school. I want to get back to school.
The time that you spent in jail, in that juvenile, bro, did it change your mentality and make you harden, or even make you feel like, man, more like institutionalized?
Well, you know, like in my mind, like I looked at the system different, man. After that, because I'm like, man, these people just trying to
Railroad.
basically frame me for a murder I didn't commit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like, I want to give them the credit, or was this intentional?
Yeah.
That was intentional.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
down for a minute.
Like, come on, man. And then right before this, man, y'all come with the bogus robberies. You know what I'm saying? I never robbed nobody in my life.
Now, as a kid, Rob, as 14, as young as you were, like Smith said, when you came home with a mentality, were you like, man, I need to tighten up on the people I'm around? Did you think like that, or did you just say, I need to be smarter on the way I'm moving, or did you, or your association, or what?
Excuse me.
Nah, because shit, the only people that was trying to harm me was the DPD.
Right. No, what I'm saying is, what got you to that point?
He said, like, did you tighten up, basically?
Did you want to tighten up, like, your circle, or the way you was moving? Because you had two attempted robberies. But you didn't do none of that. It didn't register because you're so young.
Right.
And you didn't do any of it anyway.
Right, you didn't do it anyway, right. It didn't really hit you like, man, fuck all this. I ain't fucking around with this motherfucker. I ain't going over here. It just didn't register.
No, it didn't register, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Then as I got older and I started looking back at my life.
Right.
And I got looking at all the things that I've been through.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, man. You know, and I look back on it, and then I can make some sense of it because I'm older, I'm wiser. You know what I'm saying? I'm more intelligent.
But at 14,
So
ain't no way.
I want the Paula story right there because this happened around '94, right?
Yeah.
So something prominent happened in 1993. This is when Joe Biden, who is now president, made a speech. Man, I want you to cue this up because this is very important because history repeats itself. You know what I mean? Like the same thing with accelerated crime for crack cocaine. It's the same thing they're doing now with fentanyl. It's the same playbook they used back in the day. And we talked in pre-production about, you know, Freeway Ricky Ross and things of that nature. You spoke on that a little bit. Can you speak more to like what that was during that time and era that they're selling crack, but they're giving out football numbers for it? And were you abreast to that type of thing going on? Or was it like you got bombarded when you finally did get knocked?
Yeah, I you know, like I said, I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I didn't have no knowledge of the laws changing, this and that. You know, we just doing what teenagers do.
Right.
You know, we selling little drugs. You know, we messing with a few girls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Playing with a few cars, wearing clothes, just doing what teenagers do. We ain't hurt nobody.
So, well, we got it queued up. I want to play it real quick. So I want people to understand this is who's in president right now. Now, I understand people have an undying loyalty for Democrats, but this is the same person that's president right now. SMED, cue them.
We call them Buck Rogers numbers back then.
It doesn't matter whether or not the person that is accosting your son or daughter, or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I want to ask
His sons.
what made them do this? They must
Real Neighborhood
take
News.
it
1
off
second. We're
the
going to bring
street.
you on the air. Hold on.
That's number one. There's a consensus on that. Unless we do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally, I give myself 3 more minutes,
He need 3 more minutes to keep on cooking niggas.
have not been socialized. They literally have not had an opportunity. We should focus on them now. If we
What?
they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now.
Pause.
That's your Joe Biden. That's your Joe Biden that said no matter what you go through, living in poverty, your environment, how you were growing up, how you were taught, we don't give a damn about none of
You're
that.
a victim.
Lock they ass up for the rest of their life.
Those
For
were
the
the
rest of their life, bro.
That's what they try to do to me.
exactly because they use that same play. So this speech happened in 1993. It's the same playbook they use to get you to what a point where you were being stalked. Like you said before, like I'm being stalked. I'm being hunted. He said right there in that speech, let's go get him. Let's go hunt him. And he goes on to say, he's the 4-minute speech. He calls children super predators.
Let's go to it. Let's go to it. Everybody stay with us, man. This is the shit that you really want to see. Y'all love Joe Biden so much, boy. Joe Biden can do anything.
Thank y'all.
Joe Biden is the main one that's done went in there and destroyed niggas.
I showing a little back. You got no super predators.
Those are super predators.
I knew Joe Biden. Man, don't do this. Really, man.
Violent, they need to be taken out.
Don't play them little kids, man. Them kids ain't never.
They need to be taken out, man. Man, shit. Those are super predators.
Those
man.
super predators,
Man, fuck yeah, them kids are super predators.
Not a time capsule. Sometimes
Let me get this shit queued back up, man.
Yeah,
the homeowner is turning into their parents.
And those two?
Yep, they're gone.
Forever?
Yep, that there is progressive.
Go ahead.
So I just wanted to, to paint the picture of what's going on in the judicial system before you
got a caller for
get locked up. Okay, to the caller.
Okay, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's ODO.
Oh! Hey, it's Chimo. What's up, O?
ODO.
What's up, bro?
Man, what's up with it, man?
What's up, O?
Out here, man. See,
Yes, sir.
boy, been putting that work in, trying to get bro home, man.
There we go.
Especially, man.
Yeah,
That's hard.
So, when you see your brother, man, your younger brother, going through so many different challenges, bro, how does that make you feel as his older brother, man? Somebody that want to protect him.
Hey, man. Anybody know, man, my brothers, man, they already know how I get down about my brothers, man.
Yeah,
That's
You know
hard.
what I'm saying? Coming up, they know, man. Especially, man, me and Robbie done been through the ring together, man. So, see, I'm talking about from catching that case together way before that, though. You know what I'm saying? This goes back to, I was listening to him, man. When I came home from DCI, and he had already jumped off the porch, man. I used to take him home. See, you know what I'm saying? Hello?
yeah, we right here. We just listening to you.
Yeah. Well, see, I done see Robbie go from being little Robbie. I done see him take all the steps, man, all the way up to where he at now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, man, it's what we had to go through, though, coming up, man. That's how it was, man. I went through with my older brother, he used to take me, beat me up. I used to steal from him, all type of shit, man. But that's how you get seasoned, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bruh season, man. And when I left him, when I finally came home, 10.5 years later, you know what I'm saying? We did down our whole bit together, man.
Wow.
Ain't nothing moving without my brother, man. I don't give a fuck.
That's hard.
So, the day I left, man, it was so bittersweet, man, because we was out in the yard working out, and 3 white shirts come get me, man. I'm used to it because I know I done did some shit. But that day, I'm like, damn, I'm looking at bro, he's looking at me. I'm like, man, I don't know what the hell going on. Like, but one thing I ain't never catch on to, they didn't never cut me. You know what I'm saying? So
They never what, bro?
they won't be able to And that's when they told me I'm going to court. Like, I'm trying to get back up to them bars. Like, man, I ain't about to leave my motherfucking brother.
Yeah.
So
That was
it was fucked up. I don't know.
That lived
I don't want to go home. I want to go home, but I don't want to leave my brother though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that right there.
What, you gonna say something else?
Little brother, man. He already know. Shit,
That's
he
so
knows
good,
the
man.
shit I do for him, man.
Word, man. That's
Well, man, one amazing thing that I see going on right now. I don't know if I might be mistaken, but when I listen to your voice talking about your brother, I hear the love, bro.
For sure.
I hear the passion, the compassion, and then bro over here,
Emotion.
same way,
Yeah.
same
Solid.
way. Like, man, that is so cool. So you guys actually was locked up together for how long?
Man, we caught the case together, man. The first, man, shit, that was from 97. I had just came on there. I think I was out 3 months, man.
Yeah.
I was out 3 months when we caught that damn case, man. We caught the case in 96. I'm going to tell you something. This is how I always remember the dates, man. We caught the case the day Tupac got shot.
Yeah.
Man, I bonded out the day he died, man. Friday the 13th, man. Damn. September 13th, man. I'm telling you, I bonded out. I'll never forget them days, because I came home, and my mama was in the house, and I heard her screaming, like, they killed him, they killed him. I'm shaking now, like, what? Like, who? Mama, what? Like, I'm trying to look for all my brothers and shit. Like, he said, Tupac.
Yep.
Well, I said, I got fell out, man. I'm looking for my brother now. I'm thinking something happened to one of my brothers, man. But see, it's like, I'll never forget them dates, man. And, man, we did, let me see, I bonded out. I was out on bond for a year, exactly a year. And Robbie ended up getting caught up on some bullshit, man, that right before his birthday, man, that year, 97.
Damn.
So we did from 97. Man, I came home in 07, man. After all them 10 years, I think we was probably together about what, bro? Shit, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said yeah.
We was together about 5 or 6 on, you know what I'm saying, before they kicked me out the motherfuckers.
Yeah, they was splitting us up.
Out that camp, man.
Man, I'm surprised they let y'all
Locking for that long.
Yeah, they used to break that shit up quick, boy.
I locked up my brother, and we only saw each other at rec.
It was wild, man.
Man, bro. Like, man, just ever since we was kids, man, you know what I'm saying? You see we got Chim on the show. Man, like, the way that I look at you, even, you know, you done did your time, but, man, it just seemed like you just a real man.
A real family, a real family person.
A real man.
Yeah.
Man, you know what I'm saying, bro? And I'm definitely proud of you, bro, to see how you got your baby boy and, you know what I'm saying, just your family.
Just family.
And how you taking care of business.
Man, they holding it down.
Bro, did you go, you went and got your pops too, didn't you?
Yeah, he down in the A with me, man. Yeah, I went.
That's hard.
Yeah, man.
That's
so
hard.
you know, just I peep game, man, and I'm following you, bro. And I love who you became, bro.
There we
you
go.
know what I'm saying?
For sure, Odie.
Yeah, man. It be tripping me out sometimes. Cause I look back, man, it's the shit, man, was coming up, boy, and I be like, damn, you really was doing this shit, man.
Right. Well, you a completely different person, bro. You. I mean, and we all should be.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But
OD to OG.
man, no doubt,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
No doubt, bro.
Little brother, hey, man, little brother soldier, boy, he done held it down, boy. I'm talking about 10 toes down to that motherfucker, man.
And bro got this wisdom, bro, that like he got a lot more shit to talk about than just really his time in prison.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we really could get his perspective on a whole lot of things,
Agreed.
bro, to see how this thing has shaped him into the man that he shall become. How long you been out, RB?
4 weeks today, man.
A month today.
Bro, he always been on point, man. He always was that different motherfucker, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I even, you know, I go to him for advice and shit. I'm older than him.
Yeah.
I know me, I was high-headed than the motherfucker. I been done did something to somebody. You know, bro, calm me down. He don't even want to calm me down.
Yeah.
Motherfucker used to go get bro, man. Go get your brother, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear shit, but bro come out like bro. Like, man, you look, man. And he get to spitting in my ear and, you know, talking to me and something. And, man, I fought all the way back, man. Like, you right, bro. You know, he always been like that, man.
That's hard.
Level-headed.
Yeah.
On point.
Bro got a good heart, man. And he just always, He all the way 100 dude, man. Shit, can't nobody never take that from him, man.
For sure.
Man, no doubt, man. Man, we appreciate the call,
Thank you,
bro.
man. Thank you,
man.
King.
Anybody else, man, that want to just call in and chop it up with us, feel free. 937-991-0025. Man, we gonna get back to the RB story
For sure.
man. So come on, bro. Right now, we're away from the murder charge. Man, love you. We'll hit you up.
Y'all too, man.
All right.
All
right. And I want to take 1 second, bro, just to salute DeMarco.
For sure.
Because DeMarco said that you had an amazing story.
Absolutely.
That he wanted to tell, and that it would be really good, bro. We got our viewership is up. Everybody's
showing love.
interested.
Showing love.
And and I want you to understand what I'm saying. The viewership you got right now is more than what we normally have.
Even on YouTube.
Much
Oh yeah,
more.
up,
Much more.
up.
You taking us to another level.
For sure.
So, bro, put that in your bag. Add that to your confidence to know, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you back for a reason.
Man, you better than average, King.
For sure, King.
Here we go. Joe Karen on the band.
Let's go.
Flo Joe.
Flo Joe.
Real neighborhood news. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm Joe Karen, and
Hey,
I'm
Joe.
What's up, Joe?
Hi, y'all.
How are you
What's up,
today?
sis?
I'm doing good. Why y'all in there making my brothers cry? Hi, everybody. Hi, oh my God.
Micah.
Micah.
Hey, Joe.
I'm sorry, Micah.
What's
I just
up?
got off work. I'm just listening. Y'all got me over here all emotional.
That's hard.
That's what we do.
Yeah, y'all
We're
got
takers.
me all emotional. Today is a month. He been home a month. Yay.
Yeah.
And I still look at him and be like, I can't believe he's here.
Yeah.
Hey, and Joe, I just remember all of y'all, man.
Here we
Your
go.
whole family, man. Y'all always stayed on that shit, man. Y'all was never not on that shit, man. Never out of sight, out of mind. Y'all was always on it. You, Shad, y'all was always talking about it, bringing up petitions, and
we could only do what my mom could do, you know, until we could get older and get established and just help out more.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So everything was on my mama.
Yep. For sure.
And we just helped and did everything that she told us to do.
To do.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, as we got older and we got established and stuff, we start like doing things also our own self.
Yep.
So I just think a combination of it, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't gonna stop till we got him home.
For sure.
Man, that is amazing work, man. And way not to be overwhelmed and quit.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of times you get setbacks or get told no.
Man.
And then people just let that be the end of it.
Yep.
But, you know, man, you guys will.
You persevere through
to
it, for
keep
sure.
going. Man, you know, it finally happened.
You know what I'm saying?
It finally happened as it should. You got anything else that you want to say before we get back to it? Uh-oh.
Oh, you talking with me?
No. We might have lost her. All right, you guys.
Charlie
So,
knows.
man, bro, while you stretching, do your thing. I want to take a couple of seconds to
Play the
say
Marco.
what's up to. I want to say what's up to all our YouTube people.
Love y'all, man. Let's give some away.
YouTube is going crazy. So listen, everybody.
Pick
watching
one
on
person.
YouTube.
I'm giving them a capless T-shirt, bro. Pick one person.
I got you. I got you.
Pick
But
one.
look, to all my people that's watching on YouTube, man, down at the bottom. So if you look at your phone, right, you watching on YouTube, there's a little dollar sign right there, right, and that's called a super chat. You link it to your credit card.
Hey, you can send us $5
and pay us the comment. And whoever super chats us money
Man,
right
what?
now, the first person,
It's gonna win.
person that super chats us money, listen, I will cash app you double what you pay up to $25.
There we go.
Just so we can say that we got our first super chat.
There
All
we
right?
go.
All right, so and then everybody
Right,
else,
to
man,
get
super
their
chat,
credit
man,
card.
support the program. It's the way that we gonna keep this program rolling. Like I said,
And
bro,
comment your size too. Comment your size.
and we got a capitalist T-shirt for you, and I got a T-shirt King custom T-shirt for you that you tell me what you want, and we'll make it to all our people watching on YouTube. So if you're watching on Facebook, come over to YouTube, Legendary People Podcast, like it's spelled in the skin, and like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification. In order to win, you got to subscribe to our channel too. All right, Real Neighborhood News. What's your name? Where you calling from? This will be the last call before we get back to the story.
This the last caller? Okay.
No.
Y'all got me in.
You in there? Come on.
We got another.
Okay, so I'm from Dayton View. I done lived in Dayton View. Robbie, my man, 100 grand. I just wanted to say welcome home. He know my brother.
That sounds like Alyssa.
They've been rocking for many years.
That sound like
Robbie,
it.
what's up? This
Is that
Tina
Dorsey?
in the building?
Who is this?
Robbie, tell them who I am, baby. It's
that Tina? Is that Tina?
They know me. I'm fam. I'm good.
Is that Tina?
He said, "Is that Tina?"
Yes, sir.
Boy, that shot in the dark, boy. Go in.
Tina Smith in the house. Tina Smith in the house.
That's hard, bro.
Get Tina Smith in love.
That's hard.
I'm so grateful. Listen,
Hey.
I'm so grateful.
Hey, hold on one more time and give her brother, my man, Lloyd Smith, man, love.
For sure.
Hope we get him home soon. One of my day one brothers, Lloyd Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put him in your prayers. Hope we get him back soon.
That's hard.
You know, he got about 29 in.
Man, Tina, hold on, Tina. Look, we got you on the phone real quick. Can you give me a good 30-second Rob story? Give me
a good 30-second Rob story.
Yeah, come on.
I know all his brothers, Miss Mary's, coming through on
Miss
Lexington,
Mary.
Clown, and his brother Scott used to be in a heavy Chevy with Millie on Baby Charles.
Baby Charles.
Baby
Charles. Baby
You know, in the heavy
Charles.
Chevy coming through, you know, we coming through. We got Oxford Market, we got Princeton, we just coming through. He was just a young nigga just doing his 1-2, raised by some good people, his family, good people, solid as a rock. That's my 30-second story. Just good people. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed that they brought him home. And my brother on his way. My brother been gone 29, and they about to pay him because they got to let the real niggas out so they can do real good things in the
Bring that
community.
real
So,
shit back.
Oh, God, and
Solid
them.
Tina, man. Thank you for that wonderful call. That was real major. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, okay?
Sure.
no doubt, no doubt.
We're going to interview your brother when he come home.
All right.
Right.
Back.
All right.
For sure.
Later.
So,
All right. So, all right. Now let's get to
I'm ready to cook up.
let's get to what actually happened for you to catch your major.
Well, before that.
Okay.
Before that. So, before you got locked up, you got shot, right?
Yeah.
What was the circumstance that led up to that?
Oh, me and my partner, Tim, Don Dipper.
Don Dip.
We was out having a drink. We was down in Springfield. You know what I'm saying? We was out one night having a drink, and you know we got in a confrontation with a couple guys. Man. You know how.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you know, we weren't looking for trouble. Trouble found us that night for whatever reason, and we got in a confrontation with some guys. Man, we ended up in a little fist fight, scuffle, and one of the dudes pulled a gun out and shot me. Yo, shot me right here in my side, and the bullet severed my aorta vein. They said I shouldn't have made it.
Yeah, that's a major. Yeah, that's a major artery.
The doctor said, the surgeon said, he said I should have been dead on arrival. And the bullet hit my spleen, severed my aorta, my intestines, and colon, and I was in bad shape.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
So he shot you once?
He shot me once.
Like, did you feel anything? Cause like sometimes people get shot and like the sheer shock of being shot.
Yeah.
You don't feel it. Adrenaline kicks in. Did you feel like you?
Yeah, I felt the bullet hit me. Yeah, I most definitely did. I was I was 17 when that happened.
Did he ask you, did you feel it?
Yeah. Well, sometimes just be adrenaline. Yeah, you right though.
I
literally
nobody feels bullets for real. I hear you. I just playing. Hey, listen. Anytime you want to during the course of the show.
Too late, man. Too late, bro.
We'll see. We'll see when I put the camera on me.
Are you serious, Jay?
So listen. The part of the interview, bro, is to take points from Peanut for mistakes he made. Like asking you, did you feel it when you got shot?
Literally, I just asked the lady who just got shot at O'Reilly. She said she only felt like she got shot once. So go ahead,
How many
man.
times did she get shot?
Twice.
He felt the first one. She was unconscious. First shot. All right. Peanut get mad.
He know my triggers now. I should never tell you my triggers. He was like,
Come on, I mean, what you got, bro?
Yeah.
Keep going.
So like when this happened, like back then, I mean, they had cell phones, but not like cell phones. So like, what was the course of action? Did they call the ambulance? They come get you, or did you be put?
They called the ambulance. They called the ambulance. Can't get it.
what's going through your mind at that moment that you're down bad?
I just didn't want to die. You know, I was just, you know, I just didn't want to die.
That's what kept you alive.
Yeah, my will to live. It did. It did.
So a lot of times people have near-death experiences. Did you experience anything supernatural or anything of that nature?
Well, I can say this. When I was in the ambulance, in the back of the ambulance, I felt like I was going out. Like it started getting dark. You know what I'm saying?
Like cloudy.
Yeah, it just started getting dark. Like I was, like cloudy. It was going out, and I just started like
fighting it out.
Don't let me die.
Fighting it out.
Telling them, I started knocking stuff over in the back of the ambulance, and they calm down. But when I did that, it snapped me back. Like it brought everything back in there. You know what I'm saying? So from that point, you know what I'm saying, I was conscious until they took me into surgery.
He said, I'll fight for this.
Yeah, I felt it. And I think if I would have, and they said if I would have lost conscious, it'd have been over with for me. You know what I'm saying? So I think if I would have went out then, that might have been it for me.
So at this point, they're giving you blood transfusion and like things of that nature. How long was the surgery?
I think maybe like 12, 14 hours.
14-hour surgery.
Something like that. Something like that, yeah.
Mama Love showed up for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. At this point, I mean, your mom has been upfront for the various cases. You beating cases. You coming home. Now you shot. What is her thoughts on what's going on? Where was she at with you and what's going on with you in your life?
At that time, I don't know. We might have to bring her on one day. She got a story to tell.
Yeah, for sure. Mama Love for sure. Yeah.
Hook it up.
Yeah.
Produce that, bro.
All I can say, man, she a soldier, man. She's a strong woman.
For sure.
You know, and anybody that know all the guys from the neighborhood, anybody that know, you know what I'm saying, Rob no moms, you know, like she's an angel, man. Amongst them, man. They don't make them like that no more.
Yeah. Sure. So, what was the road to recovery like? Because I mean, like you eventually end up getting locked up while you're still nursing.
It was rough, man. The road to recovery after that was rough. It was rough. Especially, I had to wear a colostomy bag. So you know, if anybody know what that is or what that was about, that's a whole nother traumatizing experience. You know what I'm saying? Trying to deal with that and learning how to keep it, and you know, it was rough, man. It was rough.
So to me, like when I think about that type of thing, I be thinking like I would be like kind of emasculated to like a certain extent, like me not being able to just use you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
use the
psychological.
Right,
yeah,
it can do some. Yeah, it's psychological for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like.
I don't think I can.
Like people take the small things for granted.
Yeah, they do.
I know you.
Yeah, people take the small things.
I just couldn't.
You a what?
Yeah, like I couldn't. I can't. It's brave. That's bravery when you have an injury like that, man, and you can't use. I think like if I can't function no more, then it's time for me to go. That's just how I think.
Just a shock jock. You wouldn't go nowhere, man.
Nah, I just couldn't. That's bravery. No, you don't.
That is bravery.
That's bravery.
Sure.
I just it's a psychological thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've always told myself that I can't do none of that.
Right.
Man, your mind's strong.
Yeah, man.
It's a better place. I can be a better place.
See, that's what I said.
Yeah, it's a better place. I know about that better place.
I hear what he said.
It's a better place. I don't need to be suffering.
So like during this time, I mean, are you still engaging in street activity after you kind of recover a little bit? Like,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So like, what are things you're engaged in during this time of your life? I mean, like you got a colostomy bag, but you still outside.
Yeah, shit. I'm still. Shit, I caught this I caught my charges
with the
colostomy bag. I caught these charges right after that. See, I caught 2 charges. See, me and Omar went to jail on the charge, and then when I was out on appeal bond, when I was out on bond for that charge, because they bonded me over as an adult. And then while I was out on bond for that charge, on appeal bond, is when the other charges came up.
Okay. So during this time, I mean, you probably don't. I mean, drug dealing is your profession during this time of your life. Was there anybody out there during this time that's trying to pull you out? Was there anybody like a bird on your shoulder saying, "Man, why don't you try this"?
Other than mom.
Other than mom, no.
You know, mom's always saying, you know, stop going down there, stay away from there, slow down. You know, she always, you know, giving that good advice.
Did you have like old heads out there? Because I just kind of remember it was a little different. We would sit down underneath the old heads and listen to their wisdom. Even if they was out in the streets, you have somebody that was at least trying to guide you, even though you was going to be out there?
You know, guy, you have not to get caught.
Yeah,
So
tight. Yeah, that tight. Yeah, you know.
So before you get locked up ultimately for this long stretch, what was your last free day like?
Good.
My last free day.
Yes.
That was the day I went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't a good day.
What happened that day leading up to you being ultimately arrested?
It was a pretty good day. Up until that point. It was a pretty good day, you know, and you know, my son's mother was pregnant, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was happy that I was about to be a father.
Wow.
Because, you know, my son was born while I was in prison. You know what I'm saying? So it was, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't have, you know what I'm saying? I did the whole, my son did 25 years. Well, my son 24 now. He grew up his whole life while I was behind bars.
Wow, man.
You know what I'm saying? And then I had a grandson that was born while I was behind bars. So, you know, so I came home to a son and a grandson.
Wow.
You know, that was a blessing.
For sure.
For me to come home to my son and the little one. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, go ahead.
You remember what the last day out was. So obviously you remember also what the first day in was.
There we go.
Yeah.
Being that the case, is there anything, because I've heard convict ain't a bad word once that's the case, you know what I mean? But versus being an inmate. Is there anything you would tell a young man coming in, he got his bed closed, you know what I mean? He just stepping in. Is it anything?
In the prison?
Yeah.
Stay to yourself. Mind your business. You got a lot of time. Learn about your case. Don't talk about your case.
Don't talk about your case.
To nobody, not to your friends, or nobody. Don't tell them what you locked up for. You know, they really ain't know nobody's business. You know, if you get in a situation where you fighting appeals and you got, you know what I'm saying, you got some time to do, don't borrow nothing from nobody. Stay away from homosexuals. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk to them, don't borrow nothing from them, just stay away from them because they bad news. Educate yourself. Read, study, and get a relationship with your maker, God. Cause you can't make it through you can't make it through that if you don't have a connection with the higher power and be in tune with yourself.
So I want to ask you. So like being a juvenile, I mean, I'm like, you've already won different bouts with the legal system up to this point. Did you have some type of inkling that maybe you would make it out of this one too, or did you knew they had you at this point?
You talking about
in your case
leading up to trial?
Yes.
Yeah, leading up to trial, I thought I was gonna walk because, well, I was already in a little trouble from a previous charge.
Yeah.
But I thought that I was gonna be exonerated on the big charge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
what was the big charge?
There we go.
It was a possession. It was possession and trafficking. And then they added in you know, commemorate, you know, the biting. We just watched the video. Biting, you know, cause you know, because it was crack.
Yeah.
So they had the 10-to-1 crack cocaine, pound of cocaine ratio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So being, you know what I'm saying, because as we were discussing earlier, how crack cocaine was targeted to our community. So the law was padded around the crack. So the possession charge carried 10 years. The drug trafficking charge carried 8 years, and then it was a specification that came with it, which they call a MDO, major drug offender, and that carried 10 years. So they gave me 10 years for. So when I went to trial, and I was found guilty of trial.
And they ran that shit consecutively.
They ran it consecutively. So they gave me the 28. They gave me the 10 for the MDO, 10 for the possession, 8 for the trafficking. Then I had the previous 10 from the other case. Previous in that, it was total 38 years.
38 years.
Who was your lawyer? McCrae again on that one?
No. My attorney was a lady. I started out with John Paul.
Ryan Paul.
Yeah.
That was who I was telling you about, didn't we?
Yeah. I started out with them. Then I ended up with some black lady named Colette. I ended up firing John Paul now. Yeah. Because, we weren't. I didn't like what they were doing, and I didn't like what I was seeing.
Yeah.
So
he came and saw me once.
And I ended up hiring this black lady named. When she was appointed. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I ran out of money.
Right.
So I ended up having to get a court-appointed attorney. Right. Colette SMED. And she was a black woman. You know, so I kind of let my guard down on her. You know what I'm saying? Now I got a story to tell about her. And I kind of let my guard down on her because, she was an older black woman, you know what I'm saying? So, she kind of put me like in the mind of mother. So, I'm not thinking that this lady is going to lead me
astray to
the slaughter.
Man.
Right.
Sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is exactly what she did. Because what she did, when I tell you what she did,
they was on the same
page. So I want to ask, for the people out there who ain't never caught a charge before, can you please explain the difference in having a paid quality attorney compared to a court-appointed attorney? What were some of the glaring differences? Because you know what I'm saying? I mean, you went 12 rounds with them back to back and you won them. Yeah. Then this time you go.
I most definitely recommend a paid attorney. You can get a little more. If you got some money, but really though, but the way the criminal justice is designed, if them people want you,
they gonna
all
get
the money in the world ain't gonna save you. Yeah. I don't care if you got a court-appointed, paid attorney. When them people got their eyes set on you and they got their mind made up that this was what time it is, that's what it's gonna be.
And that paid attorney might roll over.
He might roll over.
And see, John Ryan and them, they used to have a okay reputation, but they suck. Litigation wise, they suck. They don't know. They turn into plea guys just to get the dope boys' money. They take their money and they try to make a plea deal. But there are some good attorneys out there.
Agreed.
The best thing you can do if you get jammed up is first to have money and then get you an attorney not from this city. Go get you an attorney from out of town that's really going to fucking know that law, man, period. And then you have a better chance at getting better deals and getting that. Because his case, I would say he should have did, but legally, maybe 8 years, maybe. If they ran it, they ran this man's back to back, man. They railroaded him, man. They railroaded it.
Couldn't that hurt you though, having an attorney that's not from here that don't have the connection?
I agree.
Here,
we brought Michael Wright on the show, and Michael Wright said, I asked Michael Wright about having connections with judges and prosecutors, and how beneficial is it for an attorney to have connections with judges. And he said it's okay. But he said they're not going to drop no charges just because you know them.
No.
He said you might be able to negotiate some little shit,
but not no major shit.
Ain't nothing happening just
because I know you. No.
So what you're saying is right. If they want you, they're going to get you, and no attorney's relationship with a judge or anything else is going to be able to get you off of a case.
Right. So at this point you're in the courtroom. So what was one of the first deals that they threw at you, like originally?
Can we talk about what exactly happened with your case? Well, before we get to the courtroom, let's talk about the case itself.
There we go.
Walk us through why you were arrested and what they charged you with and why it wasn't right.
Okay. All right. I was arrested on May 7, 1997. And I noticed some cars following me, and I pull up, and then I make a corner. I pull on the side of this bar, and when I pulled on the side of this bar, I was surrounded by police, unmarked cars, and the police cars. They jumped out with their guns. They cuffed me. They put me in the car. They arrest me. They tell me they take me to jail for drug trafficking. All I had in my possession was maybe like $40 cash. I ain't had no drugs, no access to no drugs, nothing linking me to no drug deals. So I'm like, drug trafficking. You know what I'm saying? So they take me to jail. So the next day they come with some more charges. And they come with the possession charges and some other charges. So I guess the next morning after I went in, they executed the search warrant at a residence, and they found some crack.
Did you live at the residence, Rob?
No.
Your name was not on the residence or nothing?
No.
How did they?
No connection to the residence.
So how were they able to say, okay, this is where? Did they have photo evidence that you were in and out of that house or what?
No.
Nothing.
No, they had it was this guy.
An informant.
And you find that only in your discovery packet.
Right.
Yeah. It was this guy that was an informant. Me and dude was cool. I thought we was friends.
Ouch.
Yeah.
But so he working
with him.
With them.
Okay.
Trying to, because he got a case, an unrelated case.
Right.
So he agreed to start working with them to work off his charges.
Right.
So he trying to use me. So really, in a nutshell, he trying to use me as the fall guy.
Right. Yeah.
Serve me up to them so he can get out.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, so he the one told him about the apartment.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And this and that, he gave him, put him up on all that.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? So he really out. So I got convicted at trial just on dude's testimony.
Just on his testimony.
Nothing more. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? Like just on dude's word. You know what I'm saying? They just use this dude's word.
Were you able to get out on bond?
Not on this. So, but the house was, dude originally is the one who rented the house. You know what I'm saying? That came out in the trial. Because me and dude was cool, but he told him that I told him to rent the house. You know what I'm saying? And he said that we was using the house as a stash house.
As a stash house.
So they execute the search warrant in the house. They go in the house, and they find all the stuff in the house they charged me with. So,
did you know immediately that he had something to do with it, or you gotta wait till court? So at this point, the residence is in your partner, just for lack of a better term, at this time. They arrest you, and
it's in the alias name, but he rented it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you don't have absolutely no connection to this house.
Absolutely zero.
No connection
to
the
house. When they arrested me, I ain't got no keys to the apartment. And then they dusted the when I went.
Prints.
They dusted the apartment for prints. My prints weren't nowhere in the apartment. It was prints there, but they didn't check for nobody's prints but mine.
Right.
So their smoking gun, Rob, was just his testimony.
His testimony.
His testimony.
They obviously knew.
Let
if
me
they
ask you
didn't
this
check
though.
for nobody else.
So Rob, out of all the cases that you done heard about, man, from being locked up for so long,
For sure.
like I hear people say this all the time. That's your word against mine. Is that a real thing, or if somebody just comes forth and accuses you of something, it'll go down as the truth?
You got to have more than somebody's word to take somebody's life.
Right.
Yeah, that's
You
what
see what I'm
it seems
saying?
like.
You can't
Yes.
send me to penitentiary for 28 or 38 years
Right.
on this dude's word, and he got a motive.
He ain't trustworthy.
And he got a motive.
You see what I'm saying? Like this dude's a drug dealer. He's
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He got a reason to lie.
Right.
He got an incentive to lie.
He
Right.
got an incentive.
He got a very big incentive
And then,
to lie.
and then not only that, like all the evidence really points to him.
Right.
Like all the evidence, even the drug trafficking.
Right.
So like when I get into the drug trafficking, because so when it all came out, it's crazy. So when what happened was, so when it all came out, so I'm charged. So the state's case is they saying that the initial drug trafficking charge, they saying that I pulled up at this another informant.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled up to this informant's house to sell him some drugs. The house, they got the house surrounded.
Right.
It's a controlled undercover buy. So the police is out here everywhere.
Right.
In undercover cars, they listening, they watching. So they said that I pulled up and went in to sell this informant some drugs.
Right.
She called a pager. They got that on audio.
Right.
Somebody called back. But you only hear the informant talking when they playing tape on my trial. Somebody called back, and she said something. Okay, hung up the phone. 15 minutes later, you hear somebody come through the door. They playing the audio. So when somebody came through the door, she said, "Come in here." So right after that, the tape went dead. It went. It's all static. So let me be clear. They had two witnesses. The one witness was the guy was the informant, and the other witness is the lady whose house for the drug trafficking.
Yes.
Okay.
That I was supposed to serve. So they had to go search the street and find this lady. I never seen this lady before in my life. So it's like they went and found a crackhead off the street.
Random.
Brought this lady in, put her on the stand, and I'm like, man, I'm looking like this is unbelievable. Like I ain't, you know what I'm saying? So she on the stand, you know what I'm saying? And she looking bad. She looking like
nobody should believe her.
Fiend out.
Man,
reasonable doubt every second.
This lady look, and she don't want to be here.
Right.
It's like she, you know what I'm saying? Because she's, you know what I'm saying? All this in my transcript. I got receipts. So when she get up there, the first thing, this is the first words come out of her mouth. I got this on paperwork. She said, "That's not him."
Damn.
His first words out of his mouth. I got receipts. I got my trial transcript. This is all on record. So she said, "That's not him." So when she said that, the prosecutor moved in, you know, with this mumbo jumbo, you know, like, "Your Honor, I want to declare her a hostile witness because she's afraid for her life."
Right.
She's scared to testify, and she's hostile, and this and that, and this is the guy that came to your house to sell you drugs, and this and that and that. And she just up there, and then my lawyer like, "How much money was it?" And she like, "I don't know, but the detective in the bank said it was such and such amount." And,
wow.
You know, she just, you know.
Is this a jury trial or a
jury trial?
And see,
jury trial. This is their first witness.
And just listening to this story, the main thing is his attorney failed. I can just listen to the attorney failed him miserably, and I'm just listening to a little bits of it, and the attorney failed him miserably.
So I don't know. I'm young. I don't know about the law.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just in there. So. You know, but I'm remembering everything. You know, somebody lying on you, bro. Yeah. If I did it, you know, I'm the type of guy. If I did it, you got me, okay.
Exactly.
Catch me, but I'm really doing something.
Call me, I'm gonna sit down.
I'm not gonna sit here and play with these people with all this time.
Yeah. Right.
And you got me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no dummy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no fool about to play. You know what I'm saying? I'm also not about to plead guilty to something.
Just something you didn't do.
I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? So the lady can't make a in-court identification all the time. So they do their little mumbo jumbo, trying to scare her. You know what I'm saying?
You're under oath, and this is perjury. If
you know, she said, "Oh, they going to take my kids to me." So long story short, she ain't a good witness. So they got the other guy. So what they saying is, this is what they saying. This is what they saying happened. This story is unbelievable.
Yeah.
They said that I came to this lady's house to sell her some drugs, patted her down, found her wire, and left.
Oh, is that what they're saying? Is a disconnection in the
disconnection? But when she testified, she saying that she disconnected the wire because she said the person that came into her house to sell her the drugs patted her down. He ain't talking. This person, he ain't talking. He patted her down. So when he patted her down, he felt the wire and he just turned around and left. And he jumped in the car back in. And so when the detective testified, he's saying that, now this is the detective testimony. He said a car pulled up, a person got off the passenger side. He said he couldn't identify the person. It was nighttime. He went into the house. They said they heard a little brief conversation, or a brief little come in here. They said then the wire went dead. They said when the detective said when the wire went dead, they said that same person exited the house, jumped in the passenger car, the car sped off. So the detectives, what they was expecting didn't happen. So they was kind of thrown off. So he said the car got a jump on him because they was kind of thrown off. So he said half of us went to check on the informant, and the other half they said they're trying to locate the car. And by the time that they located the car, ain't nobody in the car. You see what I'm saying? So the drug deal never took place. Right. Wasn't the money never exchanged or nothing. So whoever the person was that came into the house. So when they find the car, ain't nobody in it. So they say the detective said that they searching the area, and they said they find a guy hiding up under a car, another guy. So they take him into custody. They say he's talking on the cell phone. They take him into custody. He got drugs on him, and he got a pager on him. So but he's not. He ain't me. They don't know who he is. They just know he's suspicious under a car. So he said they got him downtown, and they got his pager, and they looking at his pager. And they don't see the informant's number in the pager, so they they looking at his pager, but he seeing the dude's pager going off. So the detective said he recognized the number. Now all this on transcript, like I got receipts on all this. He said that the pager, he recognized the number come through dude's pager, and he said when he seen the number, he recognized it to be the number to the informant, the guy that's been trying to bust me. You know, because they've been playing phone tag. You see what I'm saying? So he know his number by heart. So he like, damn, why he paging him? So he called dude back on the phone. This is the detective's testimony. I'm just giving you a fair phrase of it. So he called dude back, and he asked dude, he said, hey man, I got this guy in custody. Why you calling him? He said, dude, hang up on him, the informant. That's telling me. He said the informant hung up on him. So he said like a few minutes later, the informant called him back. And he said when the informant called him back, he said, y'all couldn't talk right now because I had Robbie Mackey in the room with me. And he's saying that some female just trying to set him up for a drug deal. He was like, oh yeah, where he at? We looking for him. So when he asked him where he looking for him, that's when he told him how to find me. This how to get up on me. So he told him where I was at. So that's when they came and arrested me just off him saying that.
Off of that, trying to connect the dots of this happened, this happened.
Saying that because he like we looking for him because I guess the drug deal was supposed to be in for me, but actually this is the kicker, right? You can't make this up. The dude who was the day before that all this took place, I believe May 6th, or the day before, the informant guy that's trying to make me the fall guy. He had a wire on. They wanted him to wear a wire on me. So he's sitting at a location with a wire on, and the police outside waiting, and I'm supposed to pull up and drop something off on him. But they sat out there for like 3 or 4 hours. I didn't know this till my trial.
Wow.
So they sat out there for like 3 or 4 hours. I never showed. You know what I'm saying? So they called it off. So the next day is when the other drug transaction take place. So dude had a wire on already. So really come to find out, he was the guy that was at the drug deal. And that's why he's searching for the wires, because he working with the police, but he's still out here serving drugs. He doing having the wire on. He knowing how they moving now, so he moving different now, and he's searching people. Ain't nobody searching nobody on no plays.
Man, so he got his foot in the police, and he got his foot in the streets.
Of course, that's what they do.
The same unit that he was just working with, you know what I'm saying, is out here tonight trying to. I'm the target, but he walking into it, a trap. You know what I'm saying? He out here, he walking into an undercover drug buy, and he don't know it. But I guess I'm the target for the drug buy. So by him knowing, but by him searching and finding the wire, he did. You see what I'm saying? And they get away. And then that's why when the guy that they had up under the car, that's why he paging him. You see what I'm saying? Right. Remember, he got him in custody. He like, man, he's like, this dude number coming through here, 911. He called him back like, hey man, why you calling dude, man?
Then he banged on him.
He banged on him. So I guess he might have just thought about his story.
He was like, well, let me give him something.
Yeah, so he give him a story, he give him my name, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause he already know they want me. You see what I'm saying? Like, he like, oh yeah. So boom, so now he a witness on that case. So he's saying that I told him that I was at there and I escaped the drug deal. And then he's telling him about the apartment. But the question should have been, why is you paging this man in the midst of a drug investigation and we chasing somebody from a drug deal and you on his phone 911 right at that time, and a coincidence, and then when we call your number back, you hang up on us. That's the question.
Right, man.
You see what I'm saying? But all he said is RB, and they like, where he at? And they roll with it. So they come pick me up for the drug transaction. You see what I'm saying? And then he done gave him the grapes on the apartment. So boom, because now he's scared. Now he almost got busted.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So in 2012, dude came back and gave me affidavits. 2012, 2013, he came back, gave me affidavits, and told the truth. Like, I done been in court, held hearings. He done showed back up in court. I said I was gonna bring the affidavits.
Were you able to go back on appeal, Robbie?
I'm getting to that. Look, check this, right? I'm getting to that. So long story short, dude testified on me. They bring him in. He testified. House man, I was using the house. It was me at the drug deal. You know what I'm saying? Because I told him, but they ain't got me in no drug deal. They ain't got me at the house. House in his name. Everything. Like,
everything points towards him.
Everything points towards him. So
you got a question on Facebook. Before you took it to trial, what type of deal did they offer you?
Was it 18 years?
They offered you 18, and the risk was to have to do 38 instead.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There you go, Tosh.
Jeez. So
wow, because if that 18, you'd have been home at age 38.
Yeah.
That ain't no fucking deal.
Right.
That ain't no deal.
That ain't no deal.
But at the end of the day,
I might as well go bank it 18 years. That's a fucking 20 years.
When that 18 years rolled
Hindsight
past,
2020, right?
Listen, when that 18 years rolled past, man, I wasn't even mad.
You wasn't even right.
Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a man, I can't just see. You know what I'm saying? I was secure in my decision.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Rob will tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we done walked the yard plenty times. Like, he know the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Word for word.
So, what were some of the shortcomings of your attorney during this time?
It was ineffective.
Ineffective counsel.
Very the questioning, like it was. But the most ineffective of it all, of everything that my attorney did. Okay, if they was ineffective, so I get found guilty. They find me guilty. They sentence me.
I want to fast forward past that moment because up to this point, you've got to that point, win. Got to that point, win. Walk us through that moment of them telling you, bruh, we got you. You're guilty. You're found guilty. What's going through your mind at that moment?
Man, it was traumatizing. It was traumatizing. You know what I'm saying? It was traumatizing. I didn't know if I ever was going to see that
light of day, man. Yeah.
Well, number one, over something that you didn't do. And number two, the amount of time that they gave you was equivalent to a life sentence.
Yeah, that was a death
more
sentence.
than a life sentence.
Because I look at it like now, and I look back at it, like, and I look at what was done, and at the age I was, a 38-year sentence to a 17-year-old child, I wasn't supposed to survive that
at all.
The people that did that to me,
yeah,
and put that down on me, man, they wanted me dead.
And see, it starts with these dirty ass detectives. Number one,
agreed.
They go outside of the guidelines of what they're supposed to do, and that's where his attorney failed him at.
Agreed.
If a good attorney, these characters don't even get to speak. They're not even, their testimony doesn't even get admissible in court,
right?
Because a real attorney is not going for that. These not credible witnesses,
a crackhead,
they're not going for this.
Right.
That's why I said his attorney failed him.
The star witnesses that got you convicted was a drug dealer,
and a crackhead.
Like suppression hearing, I mean, it should have knocked all sparks out of that.
This is not even getting to trial, man.
Like that,
a grand jury should have been wrapped up. Do you think?
It's reasonable doubt all over.
It shouldn't even have went that far.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't have got that far.
And then we'll get back to this.
But look, I want to say this, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been waiting on this moment, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Here we go.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like, I was getting denied. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just started fighting my case like in 2020.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I just kept getting denied.
Motion denied.
So, but the biggest thing of it all was after I got found guilty of trial. So now I'm sitting with a 38-year sentence. My attorney found my notice of appeal. I may be the only person in America that went to trial, stood on his innocence.
Right.
Under a serious penalty.
Yeah.
And never had an appeal.
What?
They stole my appeal. My attorney and the 2nd District Court of Appeals. I never have had a direct appeal.
That's nuts.
I got receipts. I wanted to bring some paperwork, but I wanted to show what the 6th Circuit Court said.
Mm-hmm.
So when I finally catch on what's really going on, like
right.
they done tricked me out my appeal, my attorney. So, cause my appeal attorney never found my
Paperwork in time.
My briefs.
Your
They
briefs.
didn't trick him. They threatened.
They
him.
took it.
They,
So
they see that aura you got, man. It's something that they.
yeah, they
seen.
took it, bro.
It's
And
something they seen.
then when I found out what was really going on, and I realized that my attorney didn't find my briefs, and then I find out what's going on, and I come back in like, hey man, now you know, so I got my paralegal while I was in prison. You know what I'm saying? So I educated myself.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn about the law. You know what I'm saying? I used to work in the law library.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm working on my case, man. I'm like, man, I'm not laying down on this. I'm not letting them do this.
Damn.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm studying law and I'm reading law. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at the law and I'm like, everybody, man, that goes to trial and that has a right to a trial, a right to attorney in trial, they have the constitutional right to a direct criminal appeal following the trial.
Yeah.
Your conviction ain't even final
Until that appeal.
until the higher court
And it's automatic.
has reviewed what that lower court did in that trial. A higher court has never looked at my case. A higher court has never reviewed my trial. It's like they've been trying to put it under the rug, swipe it under the rug. Now, being at my court, my attorney was appointed by the state. When my court appointed state attorney didn't file my appellate briefs on time, the Second District Court of Appeals had a duty. They had a duty under Anders versus California law, United States Supreme Court law. They had a duty to review my record.
Right.
Because the attorney, in order for my attorney not to file my appeal, they have to file what's called an Anders brief, saying that they don't have no appealable arguments, and we know that's not the case in my case. They didn't file an Anders brief, and if attorney don't file an Anders brief, then the court has to protect my rights, because that's how serious these rights are.
Right.
And then the court have to intervene. They have to question the attorney, say why you ain't filed them briefs. And then if the attorney's still messing around, then the court has to either appoint another attorney,
Yeah.
allow me to move pro se, or they have to review the record. Even if the attorney did file an Anders brief, they have to review the trial record and look and decide for themselves, because their attorney can decide if there are any appealable arguments, and then before they can allow an attorney to withdraw from a direct criminal appeal, they allow my appeal to be dismissed.
Right.
And when the law backs me up. It don't happen. It's never happened. Why did it happen to me? And then when I came in and felt we're gonna realize what was going on, and you know what I'm saying, and this is that, man. I'm gonna give a shout out to Derek Farmer,
For sure.
attorney Derek Farmer and his wife Sandy Fanucci. When I didn't have no money, they helped me. They helped my family. You know what I'm saying? He fought for me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They tried to blackball him and they tried to talk bad about him, but I can't say nothing bad about him, man. He's a good man. He's a good brother, man. When I didn't have no money, he picked up my case. He picked up my brother Omar case. You know what I'm saying? He got my brother Omar home on appeal. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what I got to say about him. You know what I'm saying? Because when nobody helped me, that man and his wife helped me.
Salute, man. So,
You know what I'm saying?
here on the Legendary Podcast, we have to ask this thing of like, what would you consider your legendary mistake in this? Like, what hand do you think you played in your demise? Whether it's not, checking your counsel, or would it be the fact that you being too trusting to the person that end up snaking you? What do you think is more something you had control over that you consider your legendary mistake?
To be honest, I don't believe it was nothing that I could have did that would stop what was coming from me, because this was just a part of the war on black youth.
What's gonna hit you ain't gonna miss you.
This was the design. You know what I'm saying? Because like my case ain't no isolated story. This happens all the time in the criminal justice system. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm advocating for criminal justice reform, because I want to make sure what happened to me don't happen to another child. You know what I'm saying? With these attorneys, with these courts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I got a duty. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you know what I'm saying? God brought me this far to this point just to be able to come back and speak and to survive what I've been through, to be able to speak on what happened to me and my experience and tell my story, because they've been trying to cover up my story the whole time, all the way leading up from the robberies to the murders to this fixation drug case. So now you understand why I say I feel like I've been getting hunted.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You got a call, bro. You got a call. Okay. Real Neighborhood News. You there, caller?
Yeah.
All right, what's your name and where are you calling from?
It's Tasha.
Hey, Tasha, fan of the
Tasha,
show.
what's
We love you,
going
Tasha.
on with you?
And listening to his story remind me of my brother. My brother, you know, he did 10 flat. I ain't gonna say what for, but he was guilty. You know what I'm saying? He went in young. You know, it's a blessing for him to be out because my mom died while he was in there. But the question I want to ask is, yes.
We gotta turn down the background, love.
Tosh, try to turn down your phone real quick while you kick it. You know.
To see you remind me of my brother. You know,
That's love.
He did 10 flat. You know, he didn't know the legal system. He didn't know nothing. My mama gave up her house trying to, you know, get these lawyers. But one thing they did do, and he went in there with, you know, one of those attorneys from the court. They gave him a plea deal. Did they give you any kind of deal that you turned down?
He said 18.
Hey Tasha, the noise that you got in the background is disturbing, so you got to turn it down for us.
Disturbing, goddamn. Disturbing.
Ice.
Hey, I'm disturbing.
We're just making it better.
Nah, it's just like, damn.
That is better. Go ahead. Now we can hear you better. Go ahead.
Tell them
Did
children
they
to
give
live.
him any kind of plea deal? I know that he's saying he wasn't guilty, but did they do that and he turned it down? Because that's a lot of years to take.
They offered him 18 years instead of 38 for something that he didn't.
A year older than him.
And so he said that he wasn't willing to take that deal or any deal for that matter over something that he actually did not do. Like,
okay, my
right. Well, let me say this. Tosh, hold on, Tasha.
Yes.
Right now, what we're all watching on this podcast, you guys, is an extraordinary situation. This is an innocent man who was wrongly convicted of a charge that served 25 years in prison. Like, you gotta let that sink in because this story that we have right now is a jewel.
Agreed.
Like, my bro is owed so much right now. Like, this should be, like, I would almost want to put together some type of class action lawsuit for everybody who has been done exactly like he was done and come through and get what he's got coming to him. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Like, this is a railroading. All based on your president, Joe Biden, and the things that he wanted to implement. I mean, we already played the video.
You forgot it's because of the skin we in.
And it's like all built on some fuckery, man. Joe Biden, we just showed Joe Biden's son. And I think that this is where this thing stemmed from, though, RB. I don't know if you've seen this or not. We got a video of Joe Biden's son. Tosh, thank you for your call, baby. We appreciate you, Queen. All right.
Thank you, Tosh. Thank you so much.
We got a video of Joe Biden's son weighing up crack on a scale in a room, a hotel room, it seems like, with some woman in the background weighing up crack, and it was 20 grams and 20.7 grams. Joe Biden's son is has been, I don't know if he's still
a story
is,
pass
he
of
was a
using
drug
drugs.
addict,
Yes,
bro.
It's a fact.
So
it's a fact.
Joe Biden's anger for his own son falling victim to drug addicts, being a drug addict, made him come through with these tough ass drug laws that basically ended up affecting you for something you didn't do.
Correct.
You got a weak mind.
It's some crazy shit, man.
Correct.
Real neighborhood news. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Dayton, Ohio.
Okay, what's up with you, King? Man, what you got for RB, bro?
Shit, this is brother.
His brother. What's
Oh,
up?
that's hard.
Who is this, bro?
This twin. This Jake.
What's up, twin?
Hey.
What's up, son?
What's up, King? Come on, bro. Come on, what you got for us?
I ain't going on there.
He said, I ain't going on here.
Hey, what I'm supposed to say?
Come on, twin, talk to us, bro. Tell us something about RB, bro.
Yeah.
What you love about him?
Good old story.
What's happening?
He high as fuck.
let me ask you this, bro. let me ask you, twin. Hold on, look, bro. When RB finally came home and you found out that he was actually getting out, bro, how did you feel, bro?
Shit, man, it was probably one of the best feelings in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's probably, man, it's unexplainable, man, because it's been a long fight.
Yeah. And RB is actually your older brother?
Yeah, he like 15 months older than me.
Oh, okay. So y'all like
close.
Y'all close.
Yeah, hell yeah. I ain't gonna lie, like shit. RB was different, man.
Tell us, what made him different to you?
I'm just saying, man, that he was 14 years old taking care of families of 10.
That's right.
That's hard.
Like, he just was different, man. He was kind of before his time.
Yeah.
That's what they saw.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Now,
I ain't, man,
the light in it.
I ain't got no understanding of
They
it.
see the angels.
Man, you know
That's a
what,
bar.
bro? When and this is something I'm gonna bring forth too, man. You know, like I don't want to overstate it or be too dramatic about it, but the Most High, for whatever reason, He will send His prophets through tough, unbelievable challenges in order to fix them to do something much greater.
Tough time, no laugh, but tough people do.
I mean,
And bro,
listen,
like your story is already great, but it's getting much greater.
Mm-hmm.
And
man, listen, man,
come on.
he a Mackie, man, and he built for anything.
Yeah, he is.
God using him as a tool, and when he find that niche, man, we gon', you know, cause he done touched a lot of brother lives in jail. Like,
Yep.
Definitely.
I don't want to, give him too much, praise because he my brother. But I ain't never met a dude in life, man, where every time you meet somebody or they say, "Are you RB brother?" Like they got something good to say.
That's
like,
hard.
He a real dude. Like, man, he changed my life, or he helped me do this, or man, you know what I'm saying? So he's just a special kind of guy, man.
Man, bro, the opportunity for me to interview people who have got out of jail, man, bro, it presents itself all the time. But for whatever reason, I said okay for yours. For no reason other than the Most High. I don't know why. But DeMarco, the right person, came to me and got it done. And Omar is my bro. Like, man, I love Omar. So I found out that you was his brother, and I actually seen the videos of when you got out. I seen it on Facebook. I seen it on Facebook, and it was kind of cool to me. And I was weak, man.
He doing staples.
Hey, 4 weeks later to the day, bro, you like literally right here
On the Godcast. That's
and
hard.
then your brothers and your sisters, man, call in, man. One thing that we know from like sacred text is that like a prophet isn't normally accepted amongst his own people, but when your brothers and your sisters call in to represent you and say that they love you, that is even more special.
More talent for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
He deserved it, man. He deserved that and a lot more, man. God, man, the doors he gonna open and what he trying to do is limitless. We gonna go far as possible.
Well said.
it's coming. Man,
Because we all about building the community, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already went out and basically analyzed how shit should be.
Yeah,
and he's got a vision for how he's gonna personally
That-
change it, bro.
that is a great
When
point.
he's looking around, seeing how shit fucked up.
Yeah, because we've seen it
nah.
gradually.
On the other end of the spectrum, he knows how things should be.
I want him to be able to enjoy his freedom, though. You got to understand, this guy been gone since he was 17, man.
Yeah.
So, the work gonna come because that's just in you. But I want to see him enjoy his life, man. Enjoy his kids, and
grandchild,
still, just live, man. He's been in hell for 25 years.
Man.
Literally.
Man, twin, we appreciate
Thank you,
the call,
twin.
bro. That was major, man. Hey, bro said he love you, bro.
I love you too. I'll see you later, G.
All right.
So let me say something. Peanut.
Go ahead.
One thing, like, you definitely can help out with, like, our problem with our black people is we undereducated on fucking economics.
Yeah.
Our parents, you know, they didn't know about shit about credit, none of that. And the second thing is about the law.
The law.
So like when Rob was saying, like, when I did my stint in prison, I stayed in the law library.
Yeah.
I worked in the law library. So I know exactly what he's talking about.
Exactly.
So he got the knowledge of
This
better than some even attorneys out here.
Absolutely.
And if we educate ourselves on the law, this doesn't happen.
Exactly.
It does not fucking happen, man.
Agreed.
Our families need to be educated on the law.
Yes.
So when somebody in our family gets in trouble, we know what the fuck the process is. You can't be ignorant on the process because these motherfuckers want you in jail. They don't care about if you did it or not.
You can't let
they
your
just
kid
want somebody to put in jail, man.
You can't let your kids play with that lion by itself.
Oh, man. These motherfuckers.
Call it.
We about to get to this caller real quick, but listen, for everybody that is watching on YouTube, you guys, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube page, okay? So you can get alerted to every time we drop. We drop hot shit every day.
Come on, man.
We drop hot shit every
Say it again for people in the back, man.
We drop hot shit every day. And then we drop multiple videos per day.
Yes.
And we got a whole team of different shows and all kind of stuff that's really nice. So please, man, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell notification so you can get alerted every time we drop new content like we're doing today.
We the TMZ would call in.
Hey!
We got a caller as we speak.
Let's
man.
get to it.
My bro Rhoda just said, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
It's Philly Field, man, from Dayton Duke, man.
Philly Field.
What's up, bro?
Our Bizzle.
Man, what you got about our Bizzle, bro? What you want to say, King?
Man, I'm gonna keep our shit silent. You know what I mean? I'm just calling, man, to pay homage to my brother. You feel what I'm saying? We, man, I came through the door, man. He embraced me with nothing but much love, man. You know what I mean? Showed me the ropes, showed me a lot of things to do, showed me how to feed my family from up beside that motherfucker.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
So,
like, straight up, man.
So, Philly Field, you guys were locked up together, bro?
Yeah.
Y'all was locked up?
Yeah,
all right. So how did y'all meet, bro? Did you know him before you actually got locked up?
I heard about him, but I was cool with the twins because I'm their age.
Okay.
RP ain't that much. Ain't
15 months.
Difference, but you know, he was. I think he was already gone by then. And then you know, what I mean, we linked up in there.
So when you did finally meet him, bro, what happened? How'd y'all meet? Tell me. How'd you introduce yourself or run us through it real quick? Good minute story for us.
I think we was at WC. I met him in Warren.
Yeah.
Warren. He was working in. I think it was the. See, Warren had what? 2 chow halls. They had the chow hall around the little small chow hall. He was working in there.
Yeah.
I went in there and hollered at him because he looked just him and Jason they look like twins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I automatically knew it. I'm like, okay, all right. So we got to chopping it up. You feel what I'm saying? And then City just embraced me. He recognized I was a solid dude. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's one thing about RP. He's a good judge of character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He don't. If he see, you know what I mean, some weak or some other shit, he ain't.
Yo, I gotta take care of something.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
He embraced it, showed much love, man. And ever since then, man, we've been locked in, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
man,
that's my dog, man.
Man, hey, bro,
I'm just calling really, man, to just pay homage, man, and show the brother much love, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, straight up.
Man,
Word.
no doubt about
Philly
it.
Field.
Man, we really appreciate the call, bro. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel, bro, so you can see what else we got.
Man, y'all keep doing what y'all doing.
RV,
bro.
Yes,
that's
sir.
hard.
Man, he said love you too, bro.
One.
Yes,
So,
sir.
I would ask a question. So like you can settle one of our debates here today, right?
Yeah.
Me and SMED done got into it multiple times over this thing of innocent people in prison, right? When you work in the law library, how many people did you come across that were in similar circumstance as you, where they were literally fighting for their life for something they did not do?
Or better yet,
estimation.
Look, out of 100 people that are in prison, how many are innocent?
It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say.
I think y'all using innocence. That's not the word. You should use.
I'm not saying that.
Innocent people in there.
It's innocent people in there, but there's people
who are accelerated crimes are the charges are trumped up.
There's a pattern you have to follow to convict somebody. When you cheat the law, which the prosecutors do to convict somebody, you're cheating this man's human rights.
Correct.
So no matter if they're innocent or did something or did not do nothing, there's a playbook that you have to go by.
Right.
They go outside of that playbook to convict us, especially blacks, because we don't know shit about the law.
That
is a great point.
For saying 40%.
That's a great point.
I believe 40% of the people in prison in some
Are
way,
cheated.
shape,
Are
or form.
cheated.
Yeah.
Are cheated.
Yeah.
They're cheated their due process.
There you go.
They're cheated their due process.
Yeah.
I don't care if I killed.
Cheated their due process.
Cheated their due process.
But we're talking about innocent. Like, bro never went in and served the geeker. He never.
So he's innocent of all crimes that they charged him of. We can't talk about nothing else.
Well, wait a minute. I think we can. I think that we can talk about. I think we can talk about, like, he may not have been being innocent from being a hustler, but he was indeed innocent of this.
Them particular
he was
charges.
innocent of those particular charges. But we're talking about people who are innocent of the particular charges that they are convicted of. Out of 100, just an estimate, bro. What you think?
I would say.
I may say 100 estimate
10.
10.
I was gonna say 5%.
5 to 10.
I like that.
That was.
I
was right. No, you don't shake his.
That was what he said.
I said.
Who said it, Peanut?
No.
Wait a minute, Jamie. Teach Peanut.
Mine was set up people. I was talking.
Oh, you said 40%. You were saying 10. Yeah. Right. True.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pete. Appreciate
you talking
that.
about, like, didn't get a fair trial.
Yeah.
Like in my case, like not only did I didn't get a fair trial, I didn't even get a shot at an appeal.
Yeah, man.
So like they put me in a situation like, so all my appeals was like, so now I'm fighting. Like all my, from that point right there, now I'm fighting just to have an appeal.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now I'm in federal court. You know what I'm saying? I'm filing habeas corpus.
Well, I got a question, but I'm gonna ask my question so I don't forget it. But before you answer it, we're gonna take the call. All right, and then you come back and answer. So this is a brain game for all of us. So remember my question, bro. Is there any course of redemption for what happened to you to go to get compensated for them not doing the right thing about you being able to file your appeal and being wrongly convicted of the things that happened to you? And before you answer that, let's take the call. Okay, caller, what's going on? Real Neighborhood News.
Hey,
what? Hi, how are you today? What's your name and where you calling from? Who is this?
I'm doing good. This is Dee Dee.
Dee.
Hey, Dee.
What's up, Queen? Come on, man. Chop it up with us. What you got for RB?
Okay, I just want to give him, a good welcome home. You know, I have never met him, but I have heard plenty of good things about him from his nephew. Me and his nephew, we was friends. You know, things got a little ugly for us, but we not friends to this, at this moment or whatnot. But I just want to, let him.
RV said squash that.
Other word of me, squash it.
I mean, it got deeper than what it was supposed to, But, I still love his nephew to death. That was my dog, 20 years. We went to high school and everything together, 20 years strong.
Yeah.
But, he always had good things to say about his uncle. And it's like, when I seen the podcast, I was like, is that his uncle? He poo-poo, I was like, damn. So I had to tune in. I've been tuned in ever since. I just want to say, welcome home. I'm glad y'all did that. I'm glad I know your family. They've been fighting for you and everything. So just welcome home. And I always tell Keith he got some fat ass uncles.
Off the backboard. Off the backboard. Off the backboard.
Shit.
Yeah, welcome home.
Welcome home. Yeah, we can get a plate.
Welcome home. When you say welcome home, what do
Welcome
you
home.
mean?
Hey.
Hey, Miss Parker.
Hold on, we don't want to get my bro in trouble. I don't know the situation. So just
But yeah, I just want to say I'm glad that you made it up out of there. You know, just stay positive, everything like that. And
sure.
your nephew ain't do nothing but speak good on you, baby. That's it. That's all.
Thanks for the love, baby.
man,
All right,
thank you,
sis.
sir.
I know he up there like, yes, my brother home. Like, damn.
Yep. Man, no doubt about it, baby. Thank you for the call. Hey, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, okay?
Hey.
All right, bet. Peace.
So, the course of redemption for getting compensation. Have you talked with anyone legally about your circumstances?
No, not yet. You know, I only been home 4 weeks, but it's most definitely on my agenda. Because, like you said, not only was my constitutional rights violated,
Right.
my human rights were violated.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because they treated me like I wasn't human.
Right.
And that's just like my life didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't right.
It was definitely something that the Attorney General needs to get involved in, because we don't, man, they take away our rights every day, man, and we don't be doing shit about it, and it keeps going on and on and on.
Well, I'm choosing some substance, right? So the largest settlement ever reached was a wrong convicted man received $7.5 million settlement in Indiana.
How much time he served for that?
Shit, probably 15, 20 years.
Let's see,
something big.
Yeah, he probably had a rape charge though. They cleared him on DNA.
I'll say,
or murder.
54. So he got locked up in 1996. And he just got in 2019, so yeah, for sure.
You can't give me $7 million and tell me that's worth it.
Real neighborhood news. What's your name? Where you calling from?
How you know?
Hi, this is Robbie's cousin Jessica from Springfield.
Hey, Jessica.
Hey, y'all. I just happened to see y'all on Facebook on my share this. So I was like, let me go ahead and tune in. I'm at work. I just want to say, like, Robbie is my cousin, and he's like being like somebody. I think Jason said this before, but he's been like such a great influence. Like, even though he's been behind bars, like I have a son, Alex. He's 22. And he's been an influence, like, in his life. Like, Alex saw him on Father's Day at the picnic, and it was just like, they was just, like, chopping it up, like, hey, what's up? Like they had just seen each other yesterday or something like that. Like, Robbie was able to, like, build bonds and, like, father and mentor people even behind bars. And I just think that's, like, how he, like, they had just called him before me. Like, she's never met him, but everybody just feels like so connected to him. Like, they don't know his story, like they don't know like the real story, the true story that he's telling today, but it's just like he's everybody's cousin, he's everybody's uncle. He's like done so much for so many people. Like, people in Springfield, dudes in Springfield, like, oh, that's your people, because they like seen the video on Facebook, TikTok, everything. Like, oh, that's your people. Oh man, I met him when he was locked up. He's so cool. He did so much for me. He speaks nothing but facts. And, like, I don't know, I'm just so glad that my cousin is home. My aunt called me on my birthday this year. I turned 40. And she called me. And she always seems to call me, like, when I'm going through something. It's like she has, like, this sixth sense.
Yes.
That she knows, like, when I need to talk to her or something like that.
Soul time.
She called me on my birthday. And she said, hey. And I said, hey, Aunt Mary, how you doing? And we were talking. She said, I got something to tell you. And I said, what? And she said, Robbie's coming home.
Oh, wow.
I said, Aunt Mary, stop. And she said, you heard what I said now. And I said, oh, my God. And it was like, that was the greatest birthday present ever, like, that I've ever received in 40 years, to know that my cousin was really coming home. Because when he was locked up, and I think he may have been, like, still in the county, and she was driving a red GMC Jimmy, and she was getting some supplies for his bag that he had. And she said, stay in the car, I'm about to run in here and get this stuff for Robbie and take it down here to the county. And she said, she was playing Nas I Think I Rule the World was in the background playing, and she said, I will never stop fighting until my son comes home. I will never stop fighting for his freedom until he comes home. And she kept her word, and I just think that's so powerful, and I just thank my cousin for being the man he is and everything that he's done for me and my kids and for the community and everything. And I just know, like, he just has so much more to say and do and so many more lives to touch. That's all I got, y'all.
Thank you so much.
Man, thank you so much for the call.
Hey, you guys, man, look, let me check in with everybody real quick. Look, y'all. Like, subscribe, ring the bell notification. Man, we are going to get to the final part because we've been going for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Man, we bringing RB back on.
For sure.
Like RB and Jim, you guys are both what they call it?
Legal.
They're legal experts.
Legal insider.
Yeah, you RB, you are now a legal insider for the Real Neighborhood News. So, caller, we're going to take this caller after we take this quick break, man. We're going to let RB give a chance to get us up together, man. So, all right, give us 1 second, and we're going to take this caller when we get back. So, don't go nowhere. Every time I come in the press room, you in the press room, working on our Stars Hot-Tronic heat press, using all the vinyl, making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up on out your way.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Yeah, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
We get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
Don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops?
What's up, Smokey?
I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man.
Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing. Go ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they said? They said it's slow for real.
I'm about to just ask boss when we get our job that night.
Of course you can. Yeah!
$1,000 for doing what?
You guys, man, welcome to the
Look at the evidence.
Real
We ain't looked at the evidence shit.
Man, we are telling the story of
Haven't even looked at the evidence
Rob
yet.
Mackey tonight, man. This is an unbelievable story that you're seeing. Like sometimes, man, when wonderful things are in your presence, man, you really don't understand what you got here. But you got a for real, unbelievable story.
Sure.
And we got it right here. And don't believe that this ain't true. Like, this is something that happened. It happened for real.
Documented.
And this is something that, like, when some of these things may be happening to you or a loved one, or you got somebody that's actually in trouble, don't automatically think that the system is automatically in the right, or they're incapable and they would never do an injustice, or just somebody just feel bad because they trying to get out of trouble for something they really did. No, there is a strong possibility that they are cooking up something in order to save face. Like, for example, a prosecutor that is just so hell-bent on convicting somebody that doesn't want to see the truth in front of their face, that they'll go so far as to get a drug addict and then somebody else that has a motive to lie as they star witnesses. Those should never be the star witnesses of any case. But that's what happened to my bro RB, and he is in here telling his story. and we can all take it and just learn from it. So you're watching this for a definite reason. P, I'm gonna kick it back over to you, and then we're gonna start going down to him getting out, and then what he wants to do now, and what's some of the changes that he wants to happen. you
Right.
know? So we ain't keeping everybody for too long, man. So P, over to you.
So I mean, I want to ask you just a couple things.
Hey, you got a caller too, P.
Oh, word. Okay. I want to ask you a couple things, like really quick. Is like, what are some of the things, like, you know, like terrible things like you seen while you was locked up, like some mishandling of a maid, people being like locked. Like, what are some of the terrible things like you saw while you were locked up?
Wow, where do I begin on that?
You give us one, but you coming back with more of them at another time.
Give us,
Yeah.
you know, to stop somebody else from going to jail, tell them the worst parts about jail.
There you go.
What's the worst parts about being in prison?
Gang violence, and then then you got like then you got the COs, like in Lebanon, like that's a whole different breed of COs down there. You know, they like a gang themselves.
What do they do?
Lebanon, the worst camp?
No.
Which one the worst camp?
Lucasville probably the worst, but Lebanon is right there with it. Because in Lebanon they carry sticks, them PR sticks.
They can hit
and
your ass
Lucasville
with.
carry sticks. No other prison carry them sticks. You know what I'm saying?
Like a billy club?
Yeah, like a billy club, them PR. So they man, listen, man, they take a look at you, man. They violence, man. You know what I'm saying? Violence, man. Gang violence. And look, and I'll say this, man. Like you say something about somebody that's heading there, man. I'm gonna say this, man. Somebody that's been to hell and back, man. You know what I'm saying? Just think, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially the young brothers, man, playing with them guns. You know, they got these open carry laws now, and everybody got a gun hanging out their pocket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be careful with them guns, man. Be wise with your decision making, man. Because there's so many guys that's sitting inside there behind them walls right now, and they sad.
Wish they could take it back.
They wish they could take it back, man. They not standing on that gangster shit.
Right.
They not standing, you see what I'm saying? Because, it's all fun and games when you listening to the music and you in the moment and you playing with them guns and you think this your op over there.
And that's still, that shit is real.
Yeah. But when that body hit the ground or when shit hit the fan and you hit that county jail and they put you in that cell,
Yep.
you get in Lebanon and that dough lot and your money gone, your little females gone, and all your little niggas gone, and everything bad, and you and that motherfucker starving, and the gang activity high. They want to know where you at, who you with, and like that's when it's gonna show
how
what's
tough
real,
you
man.
are
How tough
mentally.
you get in that cell, man, and ain't nobody's gonna be just you, man. Ain't nobody gonna be there to help you, man. So know what's around that corner, man, because it's serious, man. Around that corner, man. Just think, man, because when shit get real, man, and once they got you behind them bars, they ain't playing. They'll lay you down for 20, 30, 40, 50 to life, man. There's so many of them brothers in there, man, been playing with them guns, bro. They sad, bro. They'll take it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll take it back, man, because they want to get back out. They want to live life. They want to get with their family. They want to raise their kids. They want to have fun.
Sunday
they
dinner.
Go to the club. They want to, you know what I'm saying? Now it's bad. It's hot. You know what I'm saying? If it's 100 outside, it's 140 in there.
Right.
We're gonna take this call, but I got another question that I don't want us to forget. Bro, I want to know some of the bros that mentored you when you came into prison. And I'll give you an opportunity to shout them out because I know they probably helped you get through some of your time. But caller, what's your name? Where you calling from, bro?
My name's Tony Harris. I'm calling from Dayton, Ohio.
What's up, Tom? How you feeling?
Good, Tom?
What's up, Tom?
I'm blessed, man. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, you already know, man. I'm paying homage, man, to my brother, man. Big brother, man, RP, man. That's my nigga, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I definitely did time with him, man. I did 20 years.
Yeah. Damn.
You hear me?
20
I did 20 years, man. I met RP back in like 2010. Special brother. A rare soul, man. You hear me?
Yeah, bro.
Like for real, man. Like I learned a lot from him, man. Cause when I met RP, I was probably like
halfway through my pick. You know, that solitary confinement, it put a lot of things in perspective, man. And you know what I'm saying? You had time to think and grow, man. You know what I'm saying? But when you run into brothers like that, you know, when you're going through hard times, man, it give you some space and time and reason to think. You know what I'm saying? And like we come home, man, and it's like a lot to change, man, from, you know, we first, you know, we was out here, you know, so now, like, a lot of people, they ain't had 20 years, 25 years to think. You know what I'm saying? They dealing with everything that's going on out here in society, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They dealing with, you know, they allowing it to be pressure. People competing. You got women on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all type of shit, begging for attention. Because there ain't enough strong brothers out here. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, let me ask you this, bro. And this Tone, my bad, bro. But I wanted to ask you a question, and this is also for RB. So RB did 25, you did 20. But how does it feel to get out of jail and almost see yourself as at the same level of people who have been out here free with the opportunity to elevate but haven't did shit, and y'all coming home with probably about the same amount of shit?
Right. I look at it as being more connected to God, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, through faith, all things are possible.
Yeah. That's what it boils down to.
Once I realized that, I've been moving forward,
Man, no doubt.
Yeah, I've been moving forward.
Man, no doubt about that, bro. Man, we really appreciate the call, King.
I just wanted to come through, man, and you know, I'm just saying, I got a lot on my mind, man. It's a beautiful day, bro. Saying, bro, man, the day he came home, bro, I'm talking about I was there, bro. I'm talking about ASAP. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I'm listening, man. Yeah, I'm talking about ASAP, man. And it was just beautiful, man. Just the love that was around him, man. Just saying him like it's still a dream, like you just sitting there, like you dreaming for real, like, cause I know what it felt like. You know what I'm saying? I'm even telling the family, like, man, he's dreaming right now, like he here, but at the same time, it's like you've been waiting all 25 years, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For these moments, man. And then with him being an innocent man,
right?
Come on, man.
Man.
That man's special, man.
Man.
He got a lot to give to the world, man, the community. And it's just the beginning, man. Believe that.
Man, I do believe it, bro.
Salute, man.
Man, hey, bro, that was well said, King. Man, much love to you, bro, and thank you for your call.
All right, Tom.
All right. On it, bro.
All right.
So the question that was posed was, who were some of your mentors when you got locked up? Like, who held you down when you was in the box?
Man, I got to give it to Mom Deuce, man.
Right. Mama Love, man.
You know, like,
Mama Love.
That was my strength, man. She strengthened me, man. Like, you know, she sent me books. You know, she strengthened my relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? She you know, Mom Deuce, man, that was my go-to. You know, every time I called, she was there. You know what I'm saying? I got to, you know,
people in
that
prison.
Black woman, man.
They have a hidden agenda.
Listen,
Man.
Black woman.
She's you can't compare none of that.
Nothing more powerful on this planet,
There's
man.
nothing more powerful on this planet.
Man, in the universe,
Yeah, bro,
black woman is the black woman is God.
Yeah.
For sure.
It
For
is
sure.
God. Yeah, she the second self of God. So shout out to the black women, man.
For sure.
And you know, and I want to say this to the young brothers, man. Like when nobody be on this planet without the woman.
Man.
Great.
So when we disrespect the woman, man, we disrespect God, we disrespect
Everything.
ourselves, we
Man.
disrespect our future, we
Man.
disrespect our children because she's the mother of civilization.
Man.
So you know, next time you think about putting your hand on a woman, calling her a bitch, or doing something disrespectful to the woman, man, just think, man, like, wouldn't nobody be standing, man, on this planet, man, because every human being on this planet came through the womb of a woman, man. And we can't rise no higher than a woman. So if we turn our woman down, then we gonna be down.
Of Word.
So we lift that woman up, man.
That's
and
a bar.
You know, sky
It is. That's a bar.
That's a bar.
That's a bar.
Sky up, because we can't rise no higher than our women, man. So, I just want to drop that jewels on the little brothers, man, that don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because if we know better, we're going to do better.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So I did a research. Back in 1997, you know what I'm saying? During that time you being locked up, this is when Princess Diana dies. You got Biggie, all this thing going on. Like one of the prominent things that I laughed at was gas was $1.22 back then, right? What were some of the things that you came home and you was like, it blows your mind? Like the emergence of cell phones, social media. Like what was the biggest thing that was like, oh my God, what is going on out here? Almost shocking to a certain extent.
What's that motherfucker the shit the Google Map shit. Take
a right. You have to print that shit out. West Map. Take it right. That's beautiful.
Because by the city change, I don't know what nothing that.
I don't know what nothing that.
So you know, so now I figured out in the phones.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning how to work the phone, but I don't learn how to work the navigation system.
The navigation system, right?
So you know that's a big win. That's a big win.
So how do you feel about another thing that changed since you've been home is the abortion laws, man. What's your take on abortion? How precious is life to you? What's your take on it?
I'm pro-life. You know what I'm saying? Is that, you know,
yeah.
I believe you know, that's just, you know, that's me. You know, I believe that women got a right, because sometimes like through rape or whatever, but you know, woman got a right to you know, to make her own decisions. I don't think no court or nobody or have no decision on what a woman do with her body. But I believe, you know, all human life is valuable.
Man.
In the womb, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so I just respect life.
Those kids, they should have been aborted.
What you just saying?
Them kids on that video.
Them kid that was hitting that police officer should have been aborted. SMED, you agree to that?
8.5 weeks.
SMED, you agree to that? I gotta follow it. SMED, you agree to them kids that was hitting the police officer?
They should have been aborted.
SMED.
Not right.
SMED, okay.
Don't listen to Michael. On that. But everything else,
I'm scared of kids like that, man.
What?
Those kids are gonna grow up and kill my kid, man. They gonna end up. Yes, they are, man. Watch, follow them on Twitter. They all got Twitter accounts at 5 years old.
Right. Well, I got one last question that I want to personally ask, because like you spoke about, you know, something like the presence of gangs in prison and things of that nature. How do you feel about Larry Hoover? Because he has a story that he wants to come home and literally tell people that we don't need to be on this. Like we need to be brother and brother again. And the gang that took on his own, it done made his own baby out of it. How do you feel about Larry Hoover not being able to come home to tell his story that could possibly mend a lot of these gang on gang activity that you presently said happens in prison all the time?
Well, I'm gonna say first and foremost, I'm gonna say free Larry Hoover.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna say that he should be out, because you know with the way gun violence is in Chicago and America, in Ohio, especially in Columbus right now, like they going bonkers down there.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But the way gun violence is, man, you need them guys. They need guys like Larry Hoover, guys like us. You see what I'm saying? To be bridging that gap in the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? To bring some peace in the streets, bring gun violence down, because they think that hiring more police is the solution to gun violence. It's not.
I don't think they really believe that, though.
Well, that's what they say.
They don't want a solution.
They don't, because and then you know, this is my motto, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, cause I you know, I've been that guy. You see what I'm saying? But that's my motto, man. And this speaking to the guys, you know, they know, but you know, they laughing at us.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Just to be 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking. You know, I'm a thinker now. I sit back and analyze. I don't sit back and analyze it. I don't sit back and look at my foolishness. But they laughing at. They don't give a fuck if y'all got 100 F&Ms over there in your hood. Because they know when you pull that trigger, you ain't gonna shoot nobody but your brother.
Yeah.
They know you ain't gonna shoot nobody but a black man.
You ain't gonna shoot no white people.
Well, that's hard.
And when they pull up, you gonna drop it and run.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
you ain't no
powerful.
threat to them with your weapon, because they don't.
That's
So they don't
powerful.
care about you having no gun, man. You only a threat to your community. You only a threat to the children walking down the street that one of them stray bullets might hit. You only a threat to our rise. So they ain't worried about you with your pistol, because they know that you will never use it on them.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So they laughing at us, bro. And then on top of that, see, I done been in the pen, man, with the killers. You see what I'm saying? That got that time, man. They never seen anything like this guy intervene. So what I'm saying is, like, we in a lose-lose situation, playing with these guns and shooting one another, killing one another. It's a lose-lose situation. Because he dead, you going to the pen. His children and his family gonna suffer. Your family and your children gonna suffer.
Yeah, we just got rid of 2 of y'all.
And they sitting back laughing.
How you feel about the O'Reilly situation? Are you familiar with that situation?
Yeah.
What do you think should happen to the person that pulled the trigger?
It's them gun laws, man. You know, because it's like this, right? With the gun law, the way the gun law is now, it's like people ain't reading into the law.
They not
properly. They think just because they say you can have a gun, you got a right to shoot somebody. Right. You still going to jail because you see she went to jail.
Facts.
Right. You see what I'm saying? You can't. We got to put more value on human life and not be so quick to go to the gun. Right. Because just because you allowed to carry the gun, don't mean that you gonna be allowed to use it and get off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you better, like you said, you better be educated on the law. Man. You better be educated on the circumstances, on what you can do and what you can't do, versus you doing it, and then when it's all too late, and you be like, oh, I didn't know, I thought. Because when them people get you downtown, they don't care about what you thought you knew.
Ignorance is not defense.
Yeah, they don't care about what you thought you knew, you thought you had it right, you thought you were standing your ground. They gonna say 25 to life.
Man.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, talk to us later. See how that work out for you.
Right.
You know, file an appeal. Right. See how that work out for you.
Word. So here on the Legendary People podcast, also real neighborhood news. We had this thing called the butterfly effect. Either something you said in the course of the interview, or something I found in the course of my research that I found was truly profound and amazing, man. We have this thing where we say, man, like, we can always judge something by the fruit that it bears, man. You know what I'm saying? And for your family to call in here back to back to back, only having nothing but the greatest thing to say about you, for you to be a man that did all that time to come on here and be humbled enough to even speak with us about real life issues, what happened with you, about your failures, about your wins, about your losses. I mean, like, you were emotional during this whole podcast, man, which I think is real, like, man shit for real.
Yeah, it's been vibrating in here the whole time.
Yeah, because like a lot of times I'm saying we feel like we too tough to do that, but we got a brother right here that's tougher than a bunch of these little niggas that run around here saying they are.
But that was that black woman though.
Yeah, exactly. So, but man, like, one thing that like I talked about while SMED was gone was, man, we do want you to take that path of redemption. I don't care if you get like, you've already been told no 100 times for a damn appeal. Go get told no about this wrongful
conviction. Human rights violation.
Exactly, because again, I want to say, it's a man in South Bend in Indiana. You can throw a football from here to there. Got $7.5 million in Indiana. I will be having my attorney contact his attorney to find out what was the challenges they had to do and hurdles to get over that, man. I want to say, man, I want you to continue to come back on this podcast because, man, your words, your status, what you've done is it's truly astounding. You are literally a depiction of the power of God and the black mama, man. And this is what a lot of people out here thinking, my mom will go fight everybody down the street for me. Nah, but is your mom gonna stand there when you gotta go in front of that judge and be there for you during all this time, saying my son didn't do this shit? Or do we got the mom that gonna be like, yeah, I'm saying my son a killer, my son this, my son that? Man, bro, you are unequivocally a legend. You are in a Hall of Fame of Legendary People podcast and Real Neighborhood News, man. We appreciate you on this platform, man. Thank you for sharing your story.
I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate the love, man.
Let's go to Rhoda and Chemo, and then I'll say something, and then, bro, I want you to close out with the words of wisdom. But, James, what's your take, bro?
My take is, I am blessed. I'm glad I came back here tonight. I had the option to, and there's no place I would rather be at this moment. Man, I had always heard about you, RB, through my brother, and then out in the streets, you know, when I was when I was younger. But it's just like a blessing to actually meet you, to set eyes on you and be in your presence.
That's hard,
Thanks,
man.
bro. Thanks, bro.
You was a little younger than me, but your family, man, like Shad and Joe, they would just always talk. So I didn't know you because you was like a little like 13 when I went away when I was 18. So you was still in the streets, but I didn't know you like that. But through your family, they would always just talk about you. Shad be like, man, mama, he's coming home, man. He's coming, Shad, he coming, man. We get him out. You know, they always just talked and talked. But what you can do, man, I always thought of us intelligent brothers with the law, man, to form a unit, man, in our community, like you were saying. Form a unit in our community where when our people get in trouble, they call us first.
The Justice League.
We go get their
lawyers. Real Justice League.
We go get their lawyers.
Like
because we
the
know
Justice League.
we know how the lawyers and the
man.
system works.
Yeah.
The families do not know how it works. They waste their money on inefficient counsel. They don't know the law. So they call us, we get some money.
And that stuff tearing up our community.
It's tearing up our communities, man.
Because the black man missing.
They don't even have no defense, man. If they don't have no money, they don't have no defense.
How about we figure out how to drop jewels before the trouble shows up? Too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Get your bread.
For sure. But there's gonna be trouble though, always in humanity.
Right.
So when we do get in trouble, we need to know how to get ourselves out of trouble and are treated fairly in the judicial system. Man, period.
Call the Justice League and you. And what's your phone number to put on the internet real quick?
240-380-6275. Call me anytime.
SMED Joe, your legendary observation.
One thing that I wanted to do to just build on the greatness of this interview and this situation, bro. It's just kind of like read some of our YouTube comments so you can see how everybody was checking in with you.
Love y'all.
All right, we got Dapper Tillis, definition of a solid Dayton View legend. If you know, you know.
Facts.
Uncle Legend from Timothy Freeman. Then we got some
pass that up. That was
the
some
naked
garbage.
HD.
Pass that up. That was
well,
spam.
this don't got nothing to do.
They dropping porn on this,
bro. Listen, somebody came in and was spamming our comments. That means they're trying to promote what they're doing based on your show.
Oh, right.
So that means he lit.
But the point is, they came to something that was lit in order to promote their thing.
Right.
So
that's a good thing.
That's a very
there
good
you
thing.
go.
It's the first time it's happened in all of our interviews.
I seen it and I was like, what is that?
All right, so they just said, our girls right first and all this other stuff, which is cool. But we got Little Hottie said, I love you, cuzzo. Little Hottie, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. HAUDE. All solid, no shake. Coolest of all, Unc bring the real. Jamal's Printing LLC. They posted a message in here. Painting.
That's my brother.
Jamal's
Painting LLC.
Yep.
Salute.
Jamal checked in. Richard Norvell said legendary with the strong arms. Dapper Tillis. Maul came back through one more time. Jeezy came in. Unc the GOAT. Jessica Solis said cousin with the strong arms on there. Coolest Unc, Richard Norvell. Joe Karen, little bro with the hearts. Jessica came through. Timothy came through again. Joe Karen actually sent us a super chat.
What?
$10.
She won.
She won, which was really cool and really major, man. Jeezy, then you got the spam, man. The spam lady wouldn't quit.
Who are trying to love?
She did it multiple times. So I just wanted to read the comments, and that was just on YouTube. You got another. How many comments do I got on Facebook?
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. It's
on
lit.
Facebook.
But they're talking about the interview.
I can't. Oh, we got 33 comments.
There we go.
On Facebook. So people was definitely tuned in and checking you out, bro.
For sure.
And just my observation of you is, man, we bring all kind of legends on this show.
Yes.
And I call a lot of them geniuses, bro. Like I said, we done had the mayor come on our show.
Yes.
We done had Michael Wright come on our show. We got a lady named Angelina Jackson who is running for
Judge
Common Pleas judge right now. She came on this show. We got Desiree Timms,
Yes.
who is running for state senator,
Oh,
I
yeah?
believe. She's came on this show. And we've got Tony Ruby, who actually
Shout out
commented
to Tony
tonight.
Ruby. Tony Ruby helped me get out.
Man, Tony
Shout out
Ruby,
to Tony Ruby.
he
wrote a letter
commented.
to man. Shout out to Tony Ruby.
Wow.
Ruby commented.
And his organization.
Yeah.
He commented on this program tonight and said he said, nephew, what's up?
Yeah, love you, Tone. Thanks, man.
Man, so and that ain't it. Like we've done over 100, or we probably creeping up on 200.
We
interviews
over 200
now.
interviews.
And we've interviewed all these different people, bro. I brought what's our doctor's name?
African?
Him too. Pittman.
Dr. Isaiah Pittman.
Oh,
who is a specialist,
Chicago.
bro, who cures diabetes. This dude is a genius.
Lake's husband.
Man, this
Yep.
man is
Yep,
a
Lake's
masterpiece,
husband. Yep.
bro.
What's his name again?
Did you watch
His
that?
name is Dr. Isaiah Pittman. Genius. Bro, I just had a physicist.
Yes.
A master in physics.
Yes.
And he's from
Beaver
Cameroon.
Creek. Yeah, you live in
Africa.
Wow.
And now he has a church here. I had
Wow.
I had Pastor Pete come on this show. Okay? Pastor Pete spent years and years in Switzerland studying and traveled all over this world.
Tay Winston.
We done had Tay Winston come on. And like for me to start naming people at this, I had Daquan Cook and all of these other professional. I had Keith Byers come on this show. So what I'm saying is you fit in with every other great genius that I've had sitting on this show.
Man, that's an
bro.
honor, man.
That's hard.
That's an honor, man.
I'm bro,
humble, man.
The same lie detector test that you took to prove you're innocent, they could give me the same one right now, and it would say that I'm telling the truth.
There we go.
believe,
That's
bro.
hard.
Man, bro, I am so thankful for you to come on our show and give our show this credibility, man. All of those other people came on the show and gave our show this credibility to say that we was real. But you are even realer because, man, you both. Like, you can speak to both,
Right,
bro.
you the
You
bridge.
can speak to people who have never been in trouble.
For sure.
And people who are headed for
Yeah.
trouble. Like, you look young enough for young people to identify with what you're saying, and the message can be geared exactly for them. Tony Ruby just came on the show last week when the workers at AutoZone or O'Reilly got shot.
That was Coach
And,
K's corner.
yeah, Coach. Oh,
Coach
man,
K's
shout out
Sports
to
Corner.
my bro Kerry Ivy,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Coach K.
Get well,
man, 'cause
King.
Coach K brings a lot of major people on our show because
For
of
sure.
his connections, superstar
yeah.
athletes, and
sure.
such.
DT that was in here.
But we was all in here last week when the AutoZone shooting happened, where we was talking about KYD and his situation that he got going on. And we was talking about the message that needs to be brought to young people and how certain people are disconnected, even though they might be telling them the right thing. The young people don't see themselves in that person telling them, so they can't really tell them shit.
Right.
But you can, bro.
You can.
You are like the perfect messenger to deliver important information and insight and wisdom to young people, bro. So when I say I want you to come back on the show, it's not to just say it, it's because it's a strong purpose behind it. And I would even, like, you having your own platform, your own show where you bringing in the right type of people to make the right type of change in people is warranted. So that's something that you can think about, an angle on how you might want to come. You know, the invite is there. I do want to say what's up to DeMarco. Before I give you the floor, I want you to take me out of here, RB. But I want to say what's up to DeMarco. DeMarco texted me and Peanut yesterday and said, bro, you got to get my bro on. And I told DeMarco that I would play his video during this show. You know what I mean? And I'm going to do that. I didn't find the right time to actually play the video because your story was so
impactful.
major, I couldn't interrupt it with that. But DeMarco from 275, my bro, the real DeMarco, I want to see his. He put the first comment on here. So, shit, man. His name is DeMarco. What's his name on here?
DeMarco Dayton.
DeMarco Dayton. Everybody, please go and watch my bro's video. As a matter of fact,
Do you got it on you? I can pin it in the comment section. I can pin it.
Pin it in the comment section real quick.
Let me go to
because I definitely want.
This was like a long time ago, but
My bro pushed it down to the
what was
to the flow.
I'll find it.
Life. Was he on Tall Life?
He was on Tall Life.
Yeah, man, I remember him from way back in the day. You
DeMarco the boy.
He got a video. What kind of video?
He hot, bro.
I don't know him. Oh, let me see. Oh shit. That's just an business.
That shit hard as fuck too, ain't it? Though? Yeah.
That shit sounds dope.
Yeah, that shit sounds nice.
That's how Dame supposed to sound to me. All right, I just posted this, man. You can pin it.
Okay. This video is pinned at the top of the chat. Oh shit. We terminate these rap niggas, we air them out. There's something on your head, there's no it's gonna be a fair amount. They searching for your whereabouts, no, you and Granny still share a house. These pussy niggas probably wear blouse, wear eyeliner, mascara out. He going crazy on this shit too, ain't he?
I ain't really on the smoke, but if you think I'm lacking, you was really on the dope.
Hey.
And I'ma stay clean, but you really on the scope. I won the chip at parades, I'm really on the flow.
That shit lit. Yeah, it is. Coach Chronic in here too.
Coach Chronic, shout out to Coach Chronic, man. That's my bro.
Dre Mees in here.
Dre Meezy, what's good, Dre?
Yeah, he got the whole gang in here.
Yeah. That's hard.
That's hard.
Put this shit on here.
Sure.
Hold on, so you can stay right here with me, bro.
That's hard. You should have got on this, man.
Yeah, hey yo, man, get it out, man. Get it out.
There was like 3 or 4 of them that was from here, and maybe Columbus or Cleveland. It was a whole bunch of them, like 4 or 5 of them.
Man, that was
DeMarco.
That was
Dayton,
DeMarco,
baby.
man, sweet as hell, bro. Man, we appreciate you, DeMarco. If you still watching, bro, I know you probably making moves. I don't know if you had time to watch. Look at me and my bro. Yes, sir. But bro, if you got time to just check in and say a good old comment or something, man, do that. But man, we love you. We appreciate you.
Love you, King.
Man, I told DeMarco said his conditions for producing this interview was that he would be the sponsor and that we would show the video. So man, this interview is sponsored by my bro DeMarco.
For sure.
And man, his new video, and man, shout out to North, Dre Mees,
Yes.
T Tuck, and Coach Chronic, man, they whole family, everybody that was in the video. Man,
Energy Clothing too.
We interviewed you all that came to the Legendary People podcast.
Yes.
We ain't never not thought that y'all was legends in any way, man. So man, we appreciate you guys, man. So make sure that y'all stay with us. We gonna take this last break real quick, and then we gonna let RB close us up out of here with some words of wisdom. Then we'll let y'all off of social media.
We appreciate y'all, man. They've been
we
thugging this whole interview. They've been thugging. I love y'all, man.
Showing up on YouTube.
The youth.
Every time I come in the press room, you in the press room, working on our Stars Hottronic heat press, using all the vinyl, making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up. I'm out your way.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
We get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
Don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops? What's up, Smokey?
I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man.
Okay.
Y'all want to help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing. Go ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they say? They said it's slow for real. I might just ask boss when we get our job that night.
Of course you can.
Yeah!
Every time I come into press. All right, you guys, man, we gonna let RB take us out with some words or words of wisdom.
Yep.
So without further ado, my brother from another mother, RB, over to you, bro. What you got, King?
Man, I want to say, man, I'm humbled, man. Blessed, man.
It just popped on.
Okay.
I'm humbled. I'm blessed to be here, man, with you brothers, man. The energy good, the vibe good, man. It's real, man.
For sure.
You know, it just feel like, man, you know, I've been around y'all before. You know what I'm saying? It's real. It's a family vibe.
Yeah.
You know, energy is everything, man.
Yeah.
And the energy right, man. You know what I'm saying? It just felt right, man. I appreciate y'all giving me the platform. Let me tell my story, man. I've been waiting a long time. You know, just the shout, man, because it just seemed like they was just keep trying to muffle me, man. They, you know, trying to sweep me under the rug, man. But I ain't going, man. So I just kept fighting, man. I'm a fighter, man.
That's hard, man.
We're gonna keep fighting, man. We're gonna keep fighting for what's right, man. So, you know, I just want to say, you know, that, you know, I'm blessed, man. You know, I give all praise to the Most High, because I know I couldn't have made it through what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? If God didn't have His hand on me, you know what I'm saying? So you know, I'm keeping Him first. You know what I'm saying, on this journey. You know, and you know, I'm staying humble, I'm staying positive. You know, and I just want to say thanks, man. You know, thanks for the opportunity, man. I love y'all, man.
Man, no doubt, man. Hey, you guys. Man, we love everybody, man. You guys make sure that y'all check us out tomorrow at 12 p.m. We do the Real Neighborhood News.
Right,
We're bringing you interesting stories and topics. We allow the people to call in, comment on what we're doing live, or you can comment Facebook, YouTube, whichever one we do. But tomorrow at 12 p.m., me, P, Rhoda, we in this thing, man. Real Neighborhood News.
Thanks.
And we had RB, a real legend, come through and tell his story, and we appreciate him. Man, we love you too, bro. And this is definitely a safe place and a home for you, bro.
Yeah.
Anytime, man, pull up on us, bro. Man, much love. Odie, Twin, Joe Karen,
Rome,
Tone, Scott, man,
Yeah.
the whole fam, man,
the whole family,
the whole view, man. And man, much love and RP to Shad, man. We love you and we miss you, King. Man,
sure.
I know you watching us from heaven, bro. So, man, peace and love, man. See you guys tomorrow, man. What you got, P?
Real Neighborhood News, Legendary People Podcast, Legendary People, Legendary Stories. Be a cop is not a victim is lit for y'all.
Rest in peace, Molly. Rest in peace, Molly.
R.B. Molly, man.
Peace,